from people saying, yes, you're live. I see you.
I know, but see, the thing is it doesn't tell me that I'm live. And so I feel like,
Right.
but I got the, hey everybody, and welcome to Chef AJ Live. I'm your host, Chef AJ, and this is where I introduce you to amazing people like you who are doing great things in the world that I think you should know about. And today I'm going to be introducing you to a lot of amazing people. Why are they amazing? Well, for one, because they all so generously donated prizes to my 200th episode of Weight Loss Wednesday, which will be awarded in a special private broadcast for those who entered and for those who donated next Sunday, December 6th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, where they're going to learn one of my brand new exclusive recipes. There were almost 300 entries for only 30 prizes that were donated from, I believe, 17 vendors, close to $2,000. And so I'm here today not only to thank them, but to support them and hoping you'll support them as well, because they are small vendors. We do have a pandemic, but they all have some amazing specials happening for Black Friday. So we're going to introduce them one at a time, and then you'll also be able to ask them questions about their specials, about their products, and everything will be posted in the show notes when the broadcast ends, or maybe during if I can. I'm limited to the amount of characters if I do it beforehand. So we're going to start off with somebody who's not only a wonderful maker of my favorite vinegar, but now he can add stand-up comedian to his resume. His name is Thomas Allen, and I met him just because he's very kind and generous, and I heard about one of his products a long time ago, teriyaki vinegar, and I'm like, how can that be good without sugar, oil, salt? Well, it is good. And I'm also going to show you the products that I love of these small businesses, but of course you can make your own selection. So California Balsamic, my number one favorite is curry. I just love this. It's my favorite. I put it on rice and vegetables. And my second favorite is the newest one, the 7 Herb Italian. I use this as straight up salad dressing. You can tell I'm almost out of this one. My third flavor, teriyaki, which is what started my love affair with California Balsamic. And another one I love is the smoked hickory, which I use for barbecue sauce. So please welcome a guy who has a regular place on my roster. He comes on every Tuesday, or at least the first Tuesday of every month, with a cooking demo called Tuesday with Thomas. Everybody loves Thomas. Hey, Thomas Allen, how are you?
All is well, Chef. All is well. We're having a wonderful time in beautiful downtown Ukiah. It's going to be a beautiful 65 degrees today, so we're fired up. So I want to tell everybody to start off that Chef AJ, for the entire month of December, starting today and the entire month of December, we're doing a Chef AJ special, and that is, we're going to, for any order over $50, we're going to include an additional $10 travel bottle of your choice, as well as the 2 free stocking stuffer sample bottles. And you always tell us what you want for those in the order notes box at the bottom of the checkout page before you put in your payment information. So that's our special we're going to do for the entire month starting today. And we have had quite a few people ask us, what do we do if we want to order multiple gift sets going to several people? And that's easy. Please send me an email with all of the names of the people, what you want a personalized handwritten card to say, and the flavors you want, and a gift set, or you just tell me how much you want to spend, and I will put all of that information into the website for you. So it just makes it real easy. Send it to orders@californiabalsamic.com is what you do if you want to order multiple flavors for friends and family throughout the country. Nice and easy.
Well, this would make a great holiday gift as well as a stocking stuffer. And so what, is there a special code to get the extra $10? And when you say travel bottle, you mean the 3-ounce bottle, right?
Correct. The 3-ounce travel bottle is the 3 ounces because it's TSA friendly, carry-on luggage approved. Not that people are really flying all that much these days, but that's what the travel bottles are. They're so all you need to do is to put Chef AJ bonus in the order notes box at the bottom of the checkout page, and that's for the next 4.5 weeks.
Right. How's your new flavor pumpkin spice doing?
Oh, people are very much enjoying it because of the sweet potato recipe that we did on our show last month. And we've had several people comment that they've made the sweet potato casserole and it's been a big hit. So that's fun. That's a nice seasonal flavor. And my wife Ethel, she loves it in squash as well. So all is good.
Fantastic. Can we look forward to any new flavors in 2021?
Oh, several. We have got some now, and the one flavor that we're talking about, it's going to be in probably mid to late January, is a brand new straight ginger balsamic. It's going to use organic ginger powder, and we're going to have that available. People can ask for a sample of it throughout the entire month of December. When you ask for your freebies, the 1.6 ounce bottles can be one of the two, can be the ginger balsamic if you'd like to get that.
Okay, because so Tracy wanted to clarify that everybody still gets the 2 free 1.6 ounce bottles by putting in Chef AJ, but for the month of December, by putting in Chef AJ bonus, they get a real bonus of a 3 ounce one as well. Is that correct?
That is exactly right. So you'll always get the 2 freebies, and the 3 ounce bottle is an extra bonus on top of everything else. So that's really wonderful. And we'll be sending out lots and lots of them. But we wanted to show, to start off, a lot of our little gift sets that we have. This is a little mini 6-pack. It's $31. You get to choose, of course, the little freebies, all the bottles that go into it. The 6-pack would miraculously turn into an 8-pack with the 2 extra little freebies that would come with it. This is a little traveler box. It's got 5 $10 bottles with, and it's $51 in a box, and that's really nice. You get to choose the flavors by telling us what you want in the order notes box on the bottom of the checkout page. So that's super easy. A gift set that we've been doing for many, many years is a $40, we call it a bestseller box. And it's got 3 $13 bottles, and it's all pretty in the box. Now, each of these glass bottles will be wrapped in paper because we don't want things to break in transit. So people would have to unwrap them individually. But that's really nice. You tell us the flavors you want in the box in the order notes at the bottom of the checkout page. Something we've done for quite a while is the brand new savory samples. Now this is an $82 box with the box, and it's got 9 $10 bottles, and these are all the savory ones with flavors with fresh ingredients and Nick's curry balsamic that are on top. So these are all, none of the fruit flavors, these are all the savory ones. So this box has 4 on top, and there's also 5 more underneath this. And that's a really nice box for anybody who wants lots of savory ones. And let's see, something very popular is an 18-pack of the little mini bottles. And so this will have, on our website, it shows what flavors would come with it in the oil-free, but you can customize it as well. And the 18-pack miraculously turns into a 20-pack, as you know, with all the freebies. And this one also would get the $10 travel bottle with this one as well. So it'd be 3 freebies with a set like that. So that's a lot of fun. Now, for some of the people who want something much larger, we call this our Mr. Big set here. It's a Mr. Big Deluxe box. It's got 5 glass bottles and 10 travel bottles in it. And you can tell us what all the bottles should be in the order notes box at the bottom of the checkout page. And finally, the last set that we have here is what we call the Ultimate Sampler. This is going to include every single SOS free flavor we have. This box has 30 in it that you can see here, but there'll also be the 31 that we have. And this is going to include the flavors that we're going to have next year will come with this set only. One of them will be the ginger, and the other 2 are going to be surprise bonus flavors that that you're going to get a big kick out of when you try those. So those are all the gift sets that we have right now. The Ultimate Sampler is not on my website this minute. We're going to take a picture of it and put it on tomorrow. But that's going to be something that for somebody who wants to try everything.
That is like the best gift. I wish Barry Zwieben was watching. That would be terrific. Thomas, I do have a few questions for you, okay? Gina said, would you be able to show what a 5-ounce bottle looks like?
Sure. A 5-ounce bottle is one of these. This is the Gilroy garlic and it's a glass bottle, it's 5 ounces. And there are 3 of those in the little bestseller box. The 8-ounce bottles are square glass bottles. And finally, the large 12.7-ounce bottles are this size right here, size that Chef had earlier today.
Terrific. Sandy wanted to know, are there estimates for shipping to Western Canada?
Canada is really a problem, only because the taxes and duties. We've only been shipping the Chef AJ sampler to Canada. It's $27 for shipping, and it's $47 for the box, for the actual set. Glass bottles, the last time we tried to send something to Canada, glass bottles, shipping was $65. And oh my gosh, I mean, and that was only for 4 large bottles. So it's stupid expensive to ship to Canada, I'm sorry to say. And I know the borders are not open because people would usually just pop over the border to a PO box in America and then go back over the border. So we only ship the Chef AJ sampler to Canada and worldwide.
All right. Well, this is wonderful, Thomas. And guys, I will get everything in the show notes. That means it's on YouTube. You won't be able to see it on Facebook. You'll have for the month of December for Thomas's special. And Thomas, thank you for just outstanding customer service. And also thank you. Please make sure you have to mute yourself if you're not ready. If it's not your turn, you have to mute yourself. Thomas, Thomas, you back? Okay.
Thank you, Chef.
Yeah, Thomas, where are you?
I'm right here in beautiful downtown Ukiah.
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't see you for a minute. So Thomas, thank you so much for supporting my work. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've done 322 episodes of Chef AJ Live since the pandemic began. And Thomas gives 2 free bottles to every guest, as long as they live in the United States. So we really appreciate you making such a wonderful product. It's not only vegan, but it's SOS free and delicious, and for your generosity in giving all the samples.
All is good, Chef. And Nick, I want you to rock, my friend. You're a wonderful guy. I love your products, Nick. So rock steady.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, California Balsamic. And our next small business, who also makes an incredible vegan SOS-free product, is Nick DeVorn from local Spicery. I mean, all the spices are amazing, organic, small batch, glass jars, non-irradiated, or whatever that word is. And I couldn't bring my whole everything out here, but I'm going to show you my 3 favorite spices from local Spicery. Gingerbread got knocked down to number 3, I'm sorry to say, because of Sol della Toscana, which got the space for number 2. It's honestly all close to number 1. This pepperoni spice is amazing. People actually used it when they did recipes to enter the contest. This is amazing. So let's welcome Nick from local Spicery.
Good morning, Chef. How are you?
Great.
Well, you asked me to try to make it special, so I thought I'd start out by explaining the surroundings here, because this is as special as it gets. I'm broadcasting from inside one of our processing rooms where really the rubber hits the road for what we do and what makes our product so special. Inside these small rooms, which were designed and actually constructed by me, we have independent ventilation so that we can get negative air pressure. The walls are all completely tile floor to ceiling. We can literally hose this thing down to sanitize at the end of the day. But in these rooms is where we do all of the milling, sifting, blending, packaging of our product, and that's what allows us to make the product so fresh and so flavorful. So welcome from sunny downtown Marysville.
Colleen wants to know if you're dressed for the holidays. I love your shirt.
This is one of my, I'm a big fan of Aloha shirts, and this is one of my holiday Aloha shirts. And this is one of my holiday head coverings, because I can't come back into the mill area without a head covering.
Nice. Hey, so everybody's asking about Saigon Cassia synonym, when it will be in stock.
Soon. So I'm sure everybody's read articles that the global supply chain is broken, and it gets hard to get anything in and out of other countries. So for that reason, I hate to make any kind of a promise, but we're told that our Saigon cinnamon will be in the country this coming week. In fact, the date they gave us was December 1st. So hopefully within a week, 10 days after that, we'll be able to get it through customs and get it milled and back up on the website. So,
all right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, as soon as we can.
How is pepperoni spice doing? I always like to know if the flavors I like are popular.
It's very popular, although we had a flurry of activity, people doing their holiday menus. In the last several weeks, I think our porcini mushroom rub for a couple of weeks eclipsed the sales of the pepperoni. But pepperoni is still definitely top seller for us, and thanks to you.
Yeah, well, so Becky says, what do you use the spice with? So Becky, what I like to do is I like to put it on fries and then I air fry it. I have a couple of recipes on my YouTube channel where I make pepperoni mushrooms, where I've actually made pizza. So check those recipes out. But you know what? This could become my favorite one, Nick, the Sola della Tosca. I mean, this one is, because this one is really, really versatile. This goes with everything. I used it in my Thanksgiving loaf. This is just really, really, really good. This one.
Yeah. Flavor bomb, and it's got garlic, sun-dried tomato, rosemary, a little bit of lemon peel, some porcini mushroom, and just a little bit of Calabrian chili to give you a lift as you eat it. My favorite to do that lately is that's my go-to to add when I'm making a quick ramen. It's a great fully developed flavor that'll fill the bowl.
So Tracy says, does it really taste like pepperoni? It's eerie how much it tastes like pepperoni.
So the story on how that got developed was a very, very high-end chef who was working on a vegetarian side dish in his kitchen that he wanted to roll up, and he wanted it to taste like pepperoni. And the chefs that worked for him couldn't do it, so he sent me an email asking me if I could make a spice blend that tasted like pepperoni. Got that email about 2 o'clock in the morning and pulled that together the next morning. The flavors just came together so quickly. It was perfect the first time.
I really recommend it. So what kind of specials do you have in general and for the holidays?
So I'll begin with, we have a special just for today and just for Chef AJ and Chef AJ followers. Most of you guys know that we don't do discounts in general. We try to keep the price of our product as low as we can stand so that it's affordable to everyone. But 2020 has been such a challenging year to everybody. And you guys all have been so terrific to us. Basically, I have to tell you, AJ, that your support and the support of your followers is really what's kept us through this pandemic. So we're offering 15% off. It's for today only, for orders over $50, and we could not include the gift sets in that, but everything else. And to get that, all you do is use coupon code AJ15. It's just four letters, AJ15, and you'll automatically get 15% off anything on an order over $50, except for the gift sets. I have a couple things I just wanted to show you for those of you that haven't seen what we do for gifts. Our primary gift offering is a gift box. It's a very attractive striped custom-made box. It says it's got our logo on it. It's got a nice logo ribbon around it. And inside, it'll hold 4 jars like this. We have many sets that are available on the website, and many of them are specifically SOS free. This one particularly, this is our everything spices for the pantry, salt free. I think my favorite of the SOS free gift boxes is the curry. It has 4 different curry blends in it. But take a look on the website. I think you'll be impressed with what we have on those. We just started this year for the last couple of years. We've had starter sets of 16 basic spices. It's always been a top seller for us. But this year we did one specifically targeted to people moving into an SOS-free lifestyle. And the starter set would look like this. It's delivered. It opens up. It's got an attractive display when you open it. And inside are 16 different spices and blends, all of them SOS-free, selected by me and Evelyn based on our journey in the SOS-free cuisine. Things that go particularly well with the types of foods that we eat. And then the last thing I wanted to show is we have a couple of new products. First one has been rolled out for about a month now, but that's our show topper stopper. But there's a story that goes with this. It's your basic everything bagel blend, but it's completely salt-free. It's nice for us. It's convenient because we make it so we have it around a lot. We use it on almost everything. It's nice just to sprinkle on salads, roll on potatoes, and then drop in the air fryer. Lots and lots that you can do with it. But that's the beginning of a suite we're working on right now of toppers, and the next two will be rolling out within 2 weeks. The very next one is called a Tuscan topper, and it's basically all the flavors in the Sole della Toscana, but they've been milled down to a very small flake size, so that you can use it as a topper to sprinkle on top of potatoes, sprinkle it on top of pastas or salads. The flavor in particular of the sun-dried tomato in a larger format like that, when it drops on food, it's just amazing.
Yeah, that does sound amazing. And you know, the thing is yeah, your spices are SOS free, but like they're just good. Like I think regular people that didn't follow this way of eating, if they just came into your store and tasted them, they wouldn't like say, oh my God, this doesn't have salt.
Yeah, and you know, we do have some product that's not SOS free. On the website, to make sure you get our SOS free product, we have a landing page. Just search for SOS free and you'll find the landing page that has all of our SOS free product in one place to keep you safe and keep you from having to do any research. The next of the toppers is going to come right after the Tuscan. Will be a taco topper, and that will be carry about medium heat. It's got some cumin. It's got some. It's got a rich blend of low heat chilies plus some moderate heat chilies on top. It's basically, you know, your Southwest flavors. Goes great on cowboy caviar. Goes great on just about everything we eat. So I think you guys will be excited about that. And then go ahead. No, I was gonna say the big rollout today is our broths. And the first one is one that I've shared with Chef AJ. This is we're calling it Bada Bing Bouillon, and this one has a rich, complex umami flavor to it. The product is, there's nothing in there except milled vegetables. Very, very finely milled. The vast majority of them were grown certified organic, but no salt at all added. All you do is add 1 tablespoon to a cup of piping hot water. Let it sit for a couple of minutes, and you have a zesty, rich bouillon that you can just drink, or you can use it for cooking, which is how I use it more frequently. In fact, for the for our holiday cooking so far, we've been using this exclusively, and it brings complex flavor as well as some thickening qualities in your cooking.
Yeah, it's really good. And you know, I even though I didn't show it, your herbs, not herbs de Provence, your poultry seasoning is really good. I used it for my Thanksgiving loaf along with Sol de, gotta get an easier name. Sol della, yeah, you know.
Sole della Toscana.
Yep. So say your special one more time, because yours is only good for today, and all the codes are in the show notes, guys, right now. If you're watching on Facebook, you won't be able to see them. Hop on over to YouTube.
Yeah, when you're in checkout, the website will ask you if you have a coupon or a coupon code, and just put in 4 characters, no spaces, AJ15, AJ15, and that will give you 15% off orders over $50. And the only thing that's excluded are the gift sets, and that's when you're on the website, you'll see there's a whole category that's gift sets, but everything else is included under this offer. This is the only discount that we'll do all year. We really don't do this. It's special just for you and for AJ for having supported us through this very, very difficult year.
Yes, and that's why we appreciate so much that you guys supported my contest, and also that people are supporting these wonderful small businesses. And you know, like I'm 60 now, and I have too much stuff, and I just, when people give me stuff, it's like I appreciate it, but I got no room for it. But when you give the gift of like a food gift or a skin product gift, like that's actually going to get used. You know what I mean? And that's what I love about the stuff on this show. It's like it's something we can use.
Yeah, to me, I see a gift, particularly I think of a gift of spices as a gift of, it's a promise of adventure. It's a promise of creativity. There's so much to it that people can do. And it really is the kind of gift that can expand someone's life, or at least that's our intent and what we put together.
Yeah. And what is shipping like? And do you ship only to the United States?
Yeah, we're only shipping in the United States. There's the issue that Thomas brought up with cost of shipping outside, but then there's also regulatory questions. It really is a gray area. Technically, we're supposed to comply with the, say Canada, we would have to change our labels to fit Canadian labeling criteria, and we would have to meet their in-out requirements for import-export of food, which requires some expensive testing that we've already done, but we'd have to do it again just to get it across the border. So the answer is a long-winded answer, way to say no. Our shipping is a flat fee of $8.99. At $75, it's free shipping, but any quantity anywhere in the United States, $8.99 flat rate shipping.
Nice. And here's a lady after my own heart. Karen Gaylor says, I always spend a fortune between California Balsamic and local Spicery. Well, that is fantastic because, I introduced them at my Ultimate Weight Loss Conference and they became friends, but they actually work together because you will find a lot of Nick's spices in some of Thomas's products, like the 7 Herb Italian and I believe in the pumpkin spice. So they're doing lots of collaborations together. Well, thank you.
More coming too.
Oh my God, people are saying your server is busy. They're trying to get on your website, Nick. Maybe get somebody to check it out because people do want to order. They're saying your website is slow and your server might be down. So we definitely have to get that fixed. Yeah.
Evelyn is hearing this right now. We'll be on it right away.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And please come back to my live show and do some more cooking because we love having you on. And thank you for creating such a wonderful vegan SOS-free product.
Thanks for your support, AJ. God bless you.
Absolutely. You take care. Happy holidays, Nick. And now we're going to switch gears for a minute and bring on something that isn't that you eat. So Kaylin, maybe you can unmute yourself. We have somebody that is going to show something that you technically could eat it. I actually did eat it on the air once, although it's not a food product. It's a beauty product. And she is a beauty, the lady that created it. Her name is Kaylin Harwell. She has lots of wonderful products. But if I had to pick, my favorite is this one. And this is what she donated to the contest. It's called Soft as a Peach Cream. I mean, I wish you could stop. Here, look. You can't do that with Dove soap. Let me tell you. Not bad, actually. Make a good smoothie. Please welcome from all the way from Arizona, Kaylin Harwell from Kaylin Harwell Skincare. Happy holidays and thank you for donating a prize.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Chef.
So tell us what you got going in Kaylin Harwell these days.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of gift sets as well. We do have a special, in addition to the special that I'm offering all of your wonderful clients at 30% off. So the code is Chef30 and it's lowercase chef and then 30. That's going to be good until Tuesday. And until the end of the year, we're offering an additional fall winter seasonal serum, and that is not normally around. So that's just something I make every year, and that has some really rich emollient cranberry oil and pumpkin seed oil as well. So those are really great for the change of the season when your skin gets a little dry and just the heat comes on. So it's really nice and gives you a little extra hydration there. That is free with all orders of $100 or more. We do have free shipping for $50 or more. And we have a lot of different trial sets and gift sets. I don't have the ones to show you that are the normal to dry or normal to oily set, but those are a great little sampler, a trial set of everything you need for your cleansing routine. So it gives you a cleanser, a toner, an exfoliant, a moisturizer, a lip balm, and an eye cream, and a little sponge as well that is really nice and antimicrobial and exfoliating as well. So those are $105 normally, but of course you'll get the 30% discount. So that's a really nice way if you're not familiar with my products to sample it that way. We also have a lot of stocking stuffers, these bath fizzes. I've got a turmeric ginger aid bath fizz. So this is great for achy joints and muscles. We have a respiratory relief for anyone with some respiratory issues. That one smells amazing. We have a rose geranium. We also have an uplifting citrus, and we have an activated charcoal. And let's see, I feel like I'm missing one. We have 6 different ones, but they're all on the website.
So question, do you have a product that you recommend for those of us over the age of 50, or maybe like me over the age of 60?
The uplifting neck and décolleté serum is a really good one for that. As we age, where you're going to see aging results is on your hands and your neck. So the uplifting neck and décolleté is a really good one. Also, the essential day and night cream is a fabulous one. That's the one that has the astaxanthin in it, which is 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C. So that's another favorite.
That's wonderful. I don't even know if we have an ongoing code, but if we do, then let me know. I'll put it in the show notes. But 30% is really, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's like really, really good. It's not for yourself, great gifts. Because like I said, nobody needs, another t-shirt or another, I don't know. That's why I love gifts of skincare, things that people are going to use, and, anything you can eat. I think it's the best. And I mean, I can't eat actually, I just did eat your skincare. So it was quite tasty, may I ask. Yes, it's called Kaylin Harwell Skincare. And I did post a link to the website. And guys, everything is in the show notes. It's right there. If you're watching from Facebook, unfortunately, you can't see what we're talking about. That's why I hop over to YouTube and you can see what's going on. Any questions for Kaylin about her offer or her skincare? And somebody is going to win this. I mean, so I don't know who yet, but somebody that entered the contest, we'll reveal it on Sunday. And all you wonderful, generous small businesses, if you want to come to the party on Sunday to see who gets it,
And to answer your question too, we do have an ongoing code. It's AJ10, I believe, is your ongoing code.
Nice. Thank you so much. Just curious, what's your best-selling product?
We have a few. Sun Salvation is one that we just actually, due to the request of some of our clients, they wanted a larger jar. So now it comes in a 2 ounce as well as a 1 ounce. So that's one of them. The peppermint toner, which is a really nice one for the holidays. This one I just love to, you can use it several different ways, but I love to just wake up in the morning. It's so refreshing, just spritz it on my face and it's like time to get up. So you can also mix this. So a lot of my line is customizable. So you can mix some of the different powders to kind of create your own concoction, if you will. This is my Graceful Aging set, which gives you a trio of different masks, scrubs, and boosters. We have a combo blemish one too for more of an oily skin. Anyone who has dark pigmentation, the brightening set is a good one. This one here. So all sorts of different choices. But, the nice thing is that, your skin is changing, from different season to season. And even, every day it changes. So you can kind of customize it based on how your skin is doing. We also have the toner trial set, so you can mix any of my toners with the powdered products. The nice thing about the powdered products too is they have a very long shelf life because you don't have water in them, so they're not going to breed bacteria. So that's another benefit.
All right, so there's a question: are your products organic?
Yes, I do try to use organic whenever possible. But yeah, it's called Kaylin Harwell Organic Skincare Products.
For people that live in Arizona, do you have an in-person place?
We do. If you live in Tucson, you can pick up locally from our warehouse. And I also have a skincare school. So we sell the products there. I also have a spa at the AC Marriott Hotel. So both of those locations sell my products as well.
Great. So they don't use Chef AJ 10 for the holiday discount. They use lowercase Chef AJ 30, correct?
Just Chef 30.
Oh, Chef 30. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Well, then other chefs could use that as well. I'm just kidding. Okay. Very, very nice. Very nice. So her products that contain yogurt, are they plant-based yogurt? I'm pretty sure because you're vegan, right, Kaylin?
I am. No, they do not contain any yogurt, vegan or otherwise. You can add a vegan yogurt to any of my powdered products, and then that way you get the extra benefits of the probiotics.
Very nice. Well, that's funny because we got Elaine right after you, and she's also from Tucson, and Diane, who's watching, is from Tucson. So Diane, you're so lucky you can get both these products locally, you know?
That's great.
Yeah. Jamie says, I like to give and receive gifts that go away, food, skincare. That way you never have to keep the thing I gave you and I don't have to produce your gift each time you come to my home. Absolutely. That's terrific. Well, that is great. So guys, yeah, check out Kaylin Harwell Skincare, and that serum sounds wonderful, her seasonal product, but this is a tried and true. Is this a pretty popular product, Kaylin, the one that I love?
Definitely one of our top sellers as well.
I love when I pick the popular stuff. I want to be one of the cool kids. Well, thank you so much for the generous 30% discount. So guys, take advantage of it now. And when you're asking what the show notes are something you see on YouTube. If you look at the video, you go and then underneath where it says Small Business Sunday, there's like notes, like there's this much. So anything else you want to add or ask Kaylin, anybody? And yes, you'll have to find her, Diane, because she's local to you. Yeah.
Well, I just want to thank you, Chef. Thank you for your support, and thank you to all of your fans as well. We really appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate you always being so generous, and we love to support businesses in general, at least I do, that are vegan, that are creating wonderful products. And so thank you so much. And so guys, check it out, because 30%, that's a deal. So make great gifts. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kaylin. And now also from Tucson, Arizona, we have Elaine. Elaine, you can unmute yourself if you like now.
Hi, how are you, AJ? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just can't see you.
Uh-oh, well, let's see.
Now I can see you. Yay.
Okay, great.
Elaine, everybody, please welcome. This is Elaine Shrewsbury from Elaine's Green Heart Bakery, and she has a special cake. It's called the Rainforest Cake that she's been making for years, and I believe she maybe only makes it for the holidays, and she's going to give a discount, and she's going to tell you about it.
Yes, very good. So this is in fact the Rainforest Cake I've been making since 1993. It was my very first product before I opened the first vegan bakery back in Southern California. And so the idea was, in my cooking classes, I was making a fruit cake, but the idea that it would be delicious, not with all the red and green glacé cherries. And of course, so this cake is made with Brazil nuts and all unsulfured, unsweetened dried fruit. And I will go ahead and unwrap one. I'm using my own hands because this will be for us. And so you see, it's this fabulous loaf. And when you cut it, the idea was you don't really see any flour. It's all unsulfured, dried fruit and Brazil nuts. And then what happened was I used to teach how to make this in my first holiday classes back in, like, let's say 1989, 1990, 91. And there was a woman in my classes named Mary. She was probably as old as I am now. And so I respected her opinion. And she said to me, you know, Elaine, you could market this cake. Well, I didn't really know what that meant, but I was so impressed by her vote of approval. So I went ahead and went to my favorite store in Los Angeles, because I lived in LA at that time, which was Erewhon. Love them because they didn't sell meat and I was vegan. And I asked the manager, if I made a cake, would you sell it? And the manager said, yes, we would, if I had, you know, a couple of things. And that was the start of this. So AJ, like you said, initially, I thought I was only going to make this for holiday season 1993. But it took off. And of course, we started slicing it, wrapping the slices, and it took off with bicyclists, hikers, golfers, etc. And we went on to make it year round. And of course, I sold it in Whole Foods. Dr. John McDougall told me several years later that he and his wife, Mary, always traveled with it in their suitcase in case they ended up somewhere where there wasn't a good vegan, you know, food supply, because you can live on this cake. There's no sugar rush. So let me go over the fruit in it. It's all unsulfured dates, apricots, and they're all organic, pineapple, craisins, and raisins. I add a little fresh orange zest. I put in a little bit of agave, not too much, because really we're just going for the sweetness in the fruit. excuse me, then I add a little bit of organic brown rice flour. But as you see, you will never see the flour. That just kind of coats it in the mix. And that's it. I shape those into loaves. Now for holiday, when they come out of the pans, I baste them in a little bit of brandy, but not enough so that you would get drunk or anything. During the rest of the year, when we slice them for energy bars, no, we don't add the brandy. And so these make an incredible gift. So starting back in 1993, I would stand in the stores and sample them out and say, now you have a beautiful gift to give to people that you love, that is healthy for them and doesn't involve any animals and is also good for the environment. And so these really took off at that time. So of course, AJ, I could name the celebrities over the years that really loved these. But what meant the most to me was that people gave them to their spiritual gurus. A lot of people gave these as spiritual gifts, meaning they would send us the addresses and we would send them to monasteries, nunneries, and the person, I think in the whole planet, I've had to send one, actually two. Every single year, I have to ship them to Thich Nhat Hanh. So of course, he is the Vietnamese monk who has written all those books. And I would have to ship them to his plum village in France for many years. Sadly, he had a stroke a couple years ago, so I had to send them to San Francisco. Now I ship them, he's back in Vietnam. But that has really meant the most to me because those people give the feedback that they can feel the spiritual frequency, the intention and the love that really goes into the making of these cakes, because I'm still making them by hand in small batches and I love making them. So we have a good special offer. The cakes are 2 pounds and we're selling them. I think the easiest is through our Etsy shop because they have a shipping calculator. And so that's something to point out. AJ, this is really important because here you are showcasing small businesses today. And that's really important. We as small businesses cannot actually afford to offer free shipping like Amazon. And all of us have gotten so spoiled, I know I have, by the free shipping, on Amazon. So I know a lady wrote me yesterday through Etsy saying, does that sound right? $16 to Michigan? And I went through the shipping calculator that's using, the parcel post rate. And I said, well, that is correct. And I can remember back in 1993, the most expensive shipping that there was from California to Maine was $4.95. So you can see how much things have changed. And sadly, we don't have any control, over what the shipping rates are. And of course, Post Office, UPS, and FedEx go up every single year. But we still think it's a really good value. If I still sold the cakes to Whole Foods, of course, they would sell them for $48. We sell them for $40, but for the viewers today, they're $35. And actually, we are leaving the special offer up for a full week, all the way through next Sunday, December 7th. So that gives you a full week to think of everybody you would like us to ship to. And so obviously, and it is true on the Etsy site, I'm signed up for just US shipping. But if you were to send me an email or a message through Etsy, of course, I am accustomed to shipping these cakes to Great Britain, France, the Philippines, Australia, Canada, just to name a few, because actually those are countries that love these cakes because they call them Christmas cakes is what they call them.
Right. So Elaine, I want to read a couple of responses. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Lamel says, Elaine is a treasure. Those who live in the same city are especially blessed. Diane Devon wants you to know that she's here and that she loves your food. And Linda Middlesworth says, I love her. And Meredith says, is Elaine Shrewsbury related to Charles Shrewsbury? Yeah, she's my sister-in-law. And Kathleen wants to know if you do make a nut-free version of the fruitcake.
Yes, for years and years and years in the stores, we always had Rainforest Light. The funny story is I argued against it back in 94. I said, nobody wants to eat the cake. That was the whole idea too. I didn't know what to call the darn cake. And the Brazil nuts came in these big 44-pound cases. And so I was sitting there trying to think of a name. And the side of the case said, save the Amazon rainforest, eat more Brazil nuts. And so that became the name for the cake, Elaine's Rainforest Cake, because there are a ton of Brazil nuts in the cake. So now let's wrap around your question. If you send me a message on Etsy, because I'm not selling these retail anymore, unless you're in Tucson and want to come to the Sunday Rito Farmers Market, which is, of course, the biggest Sunday farmers market. You'll read about that on my website on Greenheart Bakery. So just like your previous guest here in Tucson, yes, the way to get around that heavy shipping cost is come pick it up at the farmers market from me. But if you send me a message on Etsy, I would be more than happy to make you a cake without nuts. I also have a regular customer who gets 6 here in Tucson every year, and she orders them with half nuts because she is watching her fat intake. So the Brazil nuts are a really high source of potassium and selenium. They're very, very healthy. Of course, they're organic, but some people just are not eating them. So that was a long way.
Thank you. So what is your name on Etsy? Linda Middlesworth wants to know.
Well, the shop is Elaine's Bakery, but of course, I know that my brother Charles put up on there the link directly to the site, you know, that will just take you right there to where you can, you know, to my page on Etsy so that you can see it.
Great. So Kaylin, who was before you, Kaylin Harwell, said maybe consider trying flat rate shipping through USPS.
There's nothing to gain, tragically. Ted and I, my partner and I, talked about that because it doesn't fit in the small box. It would go in the medium rate. And the medium rate is already up to, I'm sorry, I don't know if it's up to $15 or $16. So unless you live as farther away than Chicago, you don't gain. Meaning, if you live in LA or San Francisco, in other words, you would be overpaying. Does that make sense? It's better to let the Etsy calculator, you know, just calculate it. Because in other words, I think it's $12, let's say to San Francisco. So if we put it in the flat rate box, you would be overpaying for the shipping. Right. Wow. And someone sent me a message this morning saying that it's only $2 more via FedEx if everybody buys 2 cakes. Well, then that's 2 cakes to the same address. And that would be going to you. And then you'd have to turn around and send out the gifts. The point is, we will ship your gifts directly for you. And they're gift wrapped because we've still got, this was the original idea back in the early 90s. We have literally hundreds of these burlap bags made. And so the cake goes in this burlap bag like this. And of course, we had a little shipping box, but then it goes in a little shipping box that exactly fits it, that has all the vegan stickers and everything on it. And another thing too, AJ, you might point out, very obviously, this is SOS free. It always was, always has been, because that's what I was always about since the early 90s. Remember, my dad, your father-in-law, was a health nut. So
absolutely, he was like Jack LaLanne.
Exactly, and he outlived Jack LaLanne.
I know.
And although they were the same age, and although in truth, Everett never swam to Alcatraz.
Hey, Elaine, John wants to know, can it be frozen?
Absolutely. But that's such a great question because you don't have to freeze it. I had shelf life tests done in 93 and they left it out at room temperature for 6 weeks. And when I came back, The lab said, you have created the perfect product. It does not spoil. So AJ, this was so incredible. I've got 28 years of letters and stories from customers. People used to buy this, throw it in their backpack and go to Nepal. Then they would send me a letter to the bakery saying, oh my God, we got stuck in Nepal and we had to live on the rainforest cake and we were perfect. Other people put it in their pack and climbed El Capitan in Yosemite, which we would never do, because that means, sleeping at night with those little pitons, where you're swinging in that hammock in the wind. And this is what they would live on. I had 2 guys back in the 90s who rode their bikes across country, and this was their favorite energy bar. Just last summer, our cousin, Alan Shrewsbury, in his 60s, rode his bike across country. This is his favorite food. So I was cutting it into slices and sending it ahead to post offices, general delivery on his route. He was so thankful and grateful. So yeah.
So cool. Hey, did Dr. McDougall order one this year? If not, I'll get him one. I didn't know he liked it. I need to get him a present.
Oh, Alan?
No, Dr. McDougall, did he order one?
Dr. McDougall loves them, but he likes it without the nuts.
Well,
and
of course.
I know that. I would never send him one, but absolutely, yes, he loves it. And here's the sad part. Because I won't sell to Whole Foods anymore, then these are not carried in Whole Foods. So the only way to get them is directly through us. So my point being is that Dr. John McDougall has been having to go without it for a long, long time.
Well, then I'm going to have to order him one for the holidays because I care about him so much. Well, Elaine, thank you so much. And thank you for donating one to our contest. So somebody is going to get it. We won't know until next Sunday. So check it out, guys. I promise you will love it. It's delicious. And we will bring on our next small business. His name is Duncan, and he has a wonderful product called the Veggie Dome. Duncan, are you there?
Yes. Hi, AJ. Good to
see you. Oh my God.
You.
Hi, Duncan. I love your screen.
Thank you. I hope it wasn't distracting. It has kind of a moving picture on it. So it's about what I'm talking about. So I'll have to look at the background to figure out what I'm going to say next. The Veggie Dome is something where I'm a little bit of, let me see, it's a disruptor in the kitchen. We are changing the landscape of the modern kitchen. That's our saying. And we're also healthy just got easy. Now, the thing is, behind me is that little sprout there was kept in a Veggie Dome, and it was growing in the Veggie Dome. And as you can see, there's an illustration of the Veggie Dome behind me there, where in terms of being a disruptor here today, I'm not selling a product that is going to be used or eaten. It is, in fact,
well, but it's useful. I didn't mean that. I mean, it is a useful product.
No, I like being rebellious. That's okay. And we do have a special today for the Veggie Dome, 25% off the price, which is almost $17.50 off each Veggie Dome, which is Small Biz AJ. Can
you show us a vision? Can you show us? Because
well, the only problem is I have a green screen behind me. So whenever I show you a Veggie Dome, it kind of goes through the green screen process, but I can dash off and grab one real fast if you don't mind.
Yeah, I think so. I think that'd be great. Absolutely. So I guess I'll have to. So guys, thank you so much for participating. Thomas, I wonder if I missed a couple of your questions for Thomas about shipping to multiple addresses. But guys, these small businesses are wonderful. They're people that actually answer their phone and email. So yes, it's absolutely too late to enter the contest. That ship sailed like a month ago. So yeah, you would have had to been on my mailing list to know about it. So please consider joining my mailing list, and I'll post that link as well. Let me know when you're back, Duncan.
I'm back, and I'm trying to show you. This is the size of the Veggie Dome, and has a lid like this, and it is a glass dome that is actually loose on the bottom also. And that's the aspect of the Veggie Dome that makes it work, is that the water from the plants themselves stays in the dome, but it also can breathe underneath, and you need that hole and partition underneath to be able to make the biology of the plants have a certain balance. So it actually is living in your on your kitchen table. This lettuce has been in there for now over a week in my Veggie Dome. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to point to the thing behind me again because of the way that this is not really displaying too well. I invented the Veggie Dome years ago when I wanted my children to come home from school and be able to grab some fresh food off the table. And if you just have a box in the cupboard, they'll grab the crackers. And if you at all have something that's on the table, people come in the kitchen, even just more than kids, they come into the kitchen, they're checking out, what's ever on the table is going to be eaten. And if you can have fresh vegetables, that's great. So I'm really trying to make it a difference in how we are looking at vegetables. Right now, we buy them from the store, they're in plastic bags, and we put them in the refrigerator for days and days, and sometimes even forget that they're there. And we are throwing away 40% of the vegetables that we buy in the store. That's just like what the standard American diet or household does, is throw away $80 to $100 worth of vegetables a month. So how can we change that? Is we should have them out on the table on the counter. And what the Veggie Dome does is it produces this environment where you're not adding water, you're washing the vegetables, and you're trimming off whatever you're not going to eat. And what you are going to eat, you put in the Veggie Dome, and you end up many times eating 100% of what you put in there. You're not throwing away as much food. And the ethylene gas that comes off of plants that makes them grow and they're therefore sometimes spoil faster, that actually leaks out this lid that's up here. And this is something that could have been invented, let's say even 200 or 300 years ago, but we didn't, because this glass piece is actually difficult to make, and it's something that glass makers don't like doing that much. So it is, because it's open on the top and the bottom, that there's a natural kind of balance that takes place on your kitchen table. And this lid, which is just, I made it so that my kids could reach in and grab the vegetables. It turned out to be a stroke, because that's where the ethylene gas escapes. The fact that it's a little bit loose, a little bit funky is how it works more. If I'd had enough of a budget when I was inventing this, I probably would have made it airtight, just like everything else in the United States. It's all aerodynamically sealed and stuff. It didn't work as well that way because it needs the gas to escape. So coming back to the Veggie Dome and how you use it, what it is actually like a display on your kitchen table of all the vegetables and fruit that you're ripening. That is something that you want to be able to eat in the next couple of days. And it lasts for 5 to 6 days. And as I said, this lettuce here, that's been in over a week. You can keep lettuce in there for 2 weeks. But as I say, that's only if you're doing it wrong, because you're supposed to be eating them. And so that's really what it's about. The Veggie Dome is about having a palette on your table of the vegetables that you're eating over the next couple of days. And then you end up enjoying the beauty of the nature that's in the glass that's growing. And also you end up eating them a lot more.
Absolutely, because if you see it, you'll eat it. So Alyssa says the Veggie Dome looks very intriguing, and Diane says, does it stay on the counter or in the refrigerator?
It stays on the counter. I've got a thing where people say, well, how does it keep things cold? Now, listen, if you've ever gone to a country market or even your farmers markets in your towns, you see that there's a lot of vegetables that are out on the counter. And the thing is, vegetables are not refrigerated out in the fields, they're growing. And that's one thing that the Veggie Dome is doing. It's supporting
fields,
the life
they're
of the
growing. And that's one thing that the Veggie Dome.
Oh, hello?
Sorry, we had some people join. I have to mute them. They didn't know.
Good. So that's really what it is. The answer is you keep it out on the kitchen table, and really I actually have one in the living room of my house, because that's where my son studies, or watches his videos and does his homework. It's out on the table, and you hear this noise. you know, okay, you must be eating a carrot or a celery stick or a radish. And that's the types of things that you keep in the Veggie Dome. You're keeping things that you're going to be able to just reach in and grab and eat. And then, as I showed you, I'm keeping lettuce because if you want to make a salad, you can just reach in, grab the lettuce leaves that you want off the head, and then put back whatever is not being eaten. And it saves for the next time you're making a salad.
Great. So here, I've got some questions, Duncan. What size is the dome? Does it work with cut veggies? And can vegetables and fruits be in the same dome together?
So yes, you can have vegetables and fruit in the same dome together. There's aspects of people say, oh, well, what about the ethylene gas from one that's affecting ones that don't have ethylene gas? It's not about storing vegetables. It's about having them on display that you're eating. So if you have something that has a different chemical substance, it is really not going to affect it, or if you're just going to have it on the table for a day or two or a couple days. What were the other questions? I'm sorry. That was fruit and vegetables, yes.
And what size is the dome, and does it work with cut veggies?
So this is the size right now. We're a small company. We are going to be potentially making different sizes, but I found out that if somebody wants a larger one, they're actually just saying they want to have more vegetables. It's better to have 2 Veggie Domes because then you can say, oh, I'll put my leafy greens in one, I'll put my fruit in the other. And it's great for ripening fruit, ripening pears, avocados, tomatoes, strawberries. You buy strawberries today, they're pink in the store. You put them in the Veggie Dome after a day or two, they really ripen up beautifully.
Great. And Sandy says, do you wipe off the water droplets from the dome, or do you just leave them?
You leave them. That's the beauty of it. It's like a beautiful thing that the vegetables are creating these moisture that's in the air. And sometimes it's on the glass for a little bit, but I made a time-lapse video of it. And that's when I discovered that it's like between 2 and 4 in the morning, the vegetables are actually emitting water vapor that stays out on the glass. And that's how it all stays alive, is the water that they produce. There's one question I didn't answer and I forgot what it was. There were 3 in a row there.
Oh my God, I gotta stop for a minute. Whoa, this is the biggest super chat donation I ever got. John Warren, who are you? I love you.
Oh, great.
She said, sorry about that. Paul and I first saw you at the McDougall Advanced Study Weekend. We so appreciate the hard work you do and are very grateful for all the people you introduced us to. Ready to come to Indio for a walk. You live in Boise where it's cold. Your work gives us, oh wow, that is so nice. Get in touch with me, John. Thank you so much. Wow, guys, this is like big. There's like three numbers. Thank you thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt, but this was like, it just popped up on my screen like bright blue. What can I tell you? See, you're my lucky charm, Duncan. So this isn't available in any stores, right? I mean, I've seen you at some Veg Fest, but basically it's an online thing,
it's
right?
online and we'll ship it to you. It's available only in America, the states. I can ship it to Alaska. This costs too much money at this point. But yes, United States. And it is something that we've had out for only a few years and we've been selling them very well. We're about to do a big shift this next year and make a lot more and potentially go international.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much. And yeah, think about, because my people, we're eating like pounds and pounds a day. So you might need to get a Chef AJ size in the works for the people that do the Ultimate Weight Loss Program, because for us, a pound is a serving.
Right. Or have 2 or so on the counter, because then you can have some different types of organization of your food and vegetables that you're seeing. Again, the sale is Small Biz AJ. So
is it case sensitive? Can it be capital, or how does that work?
I don't think it matters, but I think all capital would probably work best. And small and biz, BIZ AJ is all one word. Small Biz AJ, 25%, which is a type of special we've never really given before, but I wanted to make sure this was a special occasion for AJ's Small Biz.
I appreciate it. And thank you so much for donating one to a lucky winner for our 200th episode. And here's one final question from Jennifer. Can you put cold veggies that you buy in the store in it, or is it better with farmers market veggies that weren't refrigerated?
Anything that's in good shape. That's the thing. If it's kind of beat up, then it'll continue to be beat up. It's not going to fix it. But lettuce that's slightly a little bit getting soft, lettuce will perk up again within a day or so. So really any vegetable that is in good shape can come from the fridge. If you buy extra and have some in the fridge and then you wash it and put it in the Veggie Dome, it all works out well. As long as you've got good looking, healthy vegetables, you can keep it for a long time.
Well, great. Thank you so much, Duncan. I really appreciate it. So Veggie Dome, and again, I didn't mean that you can only get people gifts you can eat, but like, when you get to a certain age, but this would be a great gift, especially for families that are trying to get their kids, because when you see it, you're going to eat it. It's so much easier than the kid having to go in the refrigerator.
Yep, they gobble it up when they see it on the counter. Then they're fighting over the last carrot. Let me tell you.
Yeah, this should be like something you advertise like in parenting magazines, I think, and tell some pediatricians about it. That's what I'm thinking.
Wonderful. Immunity boost. Yay.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Duncan. So guys, please check out the Veggie Dome. And John Warren said, I made my day. Well, you made my day. He said, thank you so much. So next we have Kurt Kohler. You may have seen, oh no, we don't have Kurt Kohler.
Who's Kurt Kohler? That's my nephew.
Oh my God, it's Aunt Cassie. I had no idea. I thought your nephew was coming on. This is amazing.
Well, I was going to have him do it because it's Sunday early morning and, but I was decorating my Tupperware tree. So I said, Kurt, let me go on Chef AJ. And
you look amazingly beautiful.
Oh, stop it some more.
I had no idea Aunt Cassie was coming on. I would have told everybody. I thought it was your kind of boring nephew, Kirk.
Wow. I'll tell him you said that.
I know he's not boring. I'm kidding. Well, I forgot to grab my favorite. I've been showing my favorite products, but you guys know my favorite Tupperware product. There's two, is the can opener, which Kurt, who is not boring, donated to the contest, and the garlic pulley. But here Aunt Cassie is going to tell you about the specials this month.
Yes, we do have some specials, Chef AJ. Hi, everybody. How are you out there? I hope you're bundling up and putting on a jacket and a scarf because it's that time of year. Now, with Tupperware, we have an ongoing sale for the next week, and you can save up to 40% off on storage. I know. So right now, the biggest thing we have are my Keep tabs. Now, I love this set. It's gorgeous. This little guy right here is 5 ounces. This is 2 cups. And then it goes on and on and on to this gigantic big one right here. I'll tell you, hold on one second. I just lost my page. The big one is 19 cups. What's amazing about this set is that they all stack inside each other. So the only storage you're going to need is this. They go in there with their tops because, ladies, you don't want to lose your tops anymore, do you? So this is my Keep tabs. I'm telling you right now, this isn't the right color, but it is on sale, and it's only $29 for the 5-piece set. This is only good. These are not the right colors, by the way. So I'm going to tell you something. And if you're trying to buy Tupperware for Christmas gifts, you may have missed the boat. Because most of us, we have a pandemic. My sister-in-law, pandemic is going on in this country, and Pam, she's just wreaking havoc, and it's getting a little hard to get all the way from North Carolina. They opened a plant in Mexico to help get the whole country their Tupperware. So you could get it in a week, you could get it in a month. So it depends on what you're ordering. So I can't promise you could get it by Christmas, but you might be able to.
Right. Well, can I show? My husband brought this to me. I love this one so much. I use it for my
That's
dog.
the chop and prep.
Yeah, my carrots every day, and because I really do use this stuff. And this is the best can opener ever. No sharp edges.
And someone's going to win that one today. Some lucky winner.
Oh, next Sunday. We're revealing the winner Sunday. Yeah.
Oh. Fantastic. You'll have to watch my videos. I do have a can opener demo to show you. It's not your normal can opener. And one other thing that's really great for you girls and guys out there, maybe you're getting a lot of rice and pasta and different kinds of flour because you're not using white flour. Am I right? You're using all these, they come in a bag and they get messy. And you need your cupboards clear. Well, they have a modular made. This is Legos. You're going to get a Lego set for yourself. This is like Legos for your cupboards. So you're going to get a rectangular 2, look how big these are, and a rectangular 1. Why is it like Legos? Because they all start to stack next to each other. So they actually give you 30% more storage in your cupboards. And nothing gets pushed to the back because you can see it goes all the way to the back of your cupboard. Now, this one, I put my iced tea in there, and I put my little brother P-Touch labeler so I can put labels on everything. But you're going to get this is a 2 modular oval, a super oval, and this is a 1 right on top modular oval, a super oval. You're going to get a 2 of each of these, and you're going to get this set. It's all together so that you can start putting your beans, your rice, your pasta, your flours, your teas, anything that's dry goods. Now, this is the Tupperware that works 24/7. It means it's it's on all the time. So that is my modular mate set. Now, Aunt Cassie has a website that I gave to Chef AJ, but you can go there. It's Cassie Roll, CassieRoll.my.tupperware.com. And when you go there, if you are a catalog kind of gal, you can click on the catalogs and look at the first 2 catalogs because there's a sale catalog and the regular catalog. Or you can go shop my site and you'll go right to the sales specials, and you're going to see we've got an 8 bowl set for really it's like 45% off for the whole bowl set. And they're really great because, like Chef AJ knows, they last forever. Our plastic is guaranteed for a lifetime, never to crack, chip, or break. It will be replaced by Tupperware if it does. How is that good? It's great for the environment because you're not you're reusing things rather than throwing things into the big trash heap.
I wish my hip was guaranteed to never crack, chip, or break.
Well,
so Lissa says she loves the modular mates and needs more. So this would be a great time to get it. And there's a question. Caroline says, is Tupperware airtight? And Smilene says, is it dishwasher safe?
Okay, so great questions, gals. If you get the round Tupperware, like the bowl set I'm telling you that's on sale, anything round is airtight, liquid tight. But even with the regular, see how they have the rounded edges here? Because they're making it airtight, liquid tight. So that nothing, I have had horror stories at the supermarket where the flour bag has the little things inside there because in the glue, and then they see something else in your cupboard and they're like, well, let's go have a condominium over here with the rice-a-roni. Not anymore. So if there's something, if you bring something into your cupboard, it's not going anywhere. You'll see it and you'll take it back to the store and you'll say, hey, Whole Foods, you sold me something that's crawling. So airtight, liquid tight with the modular mates. Anything round is airtight, liquid tight. And anything that I would always do top rack for the dishwasher. I don't like to put anything that's plastic close to the heater. You know what I'm saying? So melting is not guaranteed for a lifetime. It is plastic.
And I'm posting the link to the website again. The thing is, you guys are watching on Facebook. That's why you can't see it. That's why we recommend YouTube. So I just posted it. And Myra wants to know, is it BPA free? And Carol says, is it chemical free?
We have been BPA free since 2009. So anything that goes, most Tupperware was BPA free already, but we have things that go from the freezer to the microwave or that are microwavables. And used to use some stronger other plastic, but now everything is the purest plastic you're going to get. It is BPA free. And I'm sorry, what was the other question? It was BPA free?
Chemical free. So I guess.
Chemical free. Yeah, this is the purest kind of plastic you're going to get, darlings. Because, in America, where we live, they actually have, the federal government has regulations on plastic, and they allow certain amount of leakage of color and plastic into your food in our country. And in Germany, the regulations are stricter. And with Tupperware, our regulations are stricter than Germany's. So because we do sell in Germany too, we actually sell in 30 countries around the world.
That's amazing. Well, I love Tupperware. I use it. I know people say glass breaks. I mean, my God, I have not had very good luck with glass.
And you can cut yourself.
Absolutely. Well, anything else you want to offer our?
Well, I just want to tell everybody December 9th, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you'll know all about my parties that go online. I do little cooking demos and I show Tupperware that's on sale. My next party, I'm going to talk today about sales at 11:30 on Facebook, but December 9th, find me on Facebook, Cassie Roll, and you'll get to watch me live. And I sing and I cook. So come on down.
Well, tell me that so I'll make sure to tell everybody, Aunt Cassie, okay?
Sure.
Well, you are the best. And thank you again for donating to the contest. And if you're free next Sunday at 1, if you'd like to take our special. Yeah, Diane says, can you sing a few bars? Just a few.
Malikaliki Cassie is the thing to save with my Tupperware. Da 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 da.
I don't miss LA, but I miss you. You are delightful. Thank you so much. Thanks for asking, Diane. Okay, so now you're going to need Tupperware because our next guest is Tracy from Tracy's Real Foods. And because there's no preservatives, you want to keep these yummy treats lasting as long as possible in your Tupperware. She donated some wonderful things to our contest. And I can't show you my favorite because it's already in my belly. I would probably say the granola might be my favorite. And Charles loved the cookies. Please welcome Tracy from Tracy's Real Foods.
Hey, Chef AJ, and hi, everybody. And thank you so much for having us and for doing this. Chef AJ, we so appreciate, your support of small business.
Well, I really do. I mean, that whole thing about think globally, but act locally. I'm guilty of shopping on Amazon. I mean, because sometimes I needed a bra and I didn't want to go to El Paseo with like all the people with, in this situation. So, but when I can, I do try to think that way. And plus it's just like Elaine was saying, you guys make everything with love. You guys, almost everybody on this show is an ethical vegan or almost plant-based. And I want to support these kind of businesses, Thank
you. Yes, I've been vegan since 1990. And so all those years I've been just following people like you, Chef AJ, and all the different gurus out there. And I jumped at the chance in 2005 to become a Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, Food for Life chef. And so since then, I've been teaching cooking classes and how to fight disease through your diet. And so, but I've also on the side loved creating products, especially for the holidays. Just gifts from the kitchen is just a passion of mine. And also just creating recipes. I've always found it just a challenge to incorporate all those healthy foods I know about from being a nutritionist into something that tastes good and that people are going to jump at and love. So that's what I started doing, like I said, over the years for gifts from the kitchen for the holidays. But when the pandemic hit, I'd already been working on labeling and my ideas and things and my recipes. And my husband and I decided to just jump in and launch the company, Tracy's Real Foods. So my other company is Veggie Appeal. That's my cooking classes company still going on. In fact, I have a all about vegan cheese class coming up that you can go to veg-appeal.com to sign up for that because it's online. And it's a 3-day class and we'll be creating something to eat for dinner every day that incorporates whole food cheese and vegan. And, but anyways, just whole foods is passion. And so I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about what's happening. So you mentioned that granola, that's one of my original products that I was giving to people and sharing. And right now I've got, this is my cranberry granola, and dried cranberries, of course, famously are soaked with sugar. Well, I use apple juice infused cranberries to create this granola. And buckwheat is part of them. There's the buckwheat. And so everything's soaked, sprouted, easy to digest. All my products are actually sweetened with dates and raisins and other dried fruit. Everything's organic. I love seeds, nuts, but everything actually, I think it's pretty much nut free except for there's pecans in the granola. But when I was on your show, I sent you these cookies. These are the carrot cookies. These are the favorite carrot cake cookies.
Yeah, Charles loved those. Yep.
Yes, peace. Oh, I'm having trouble with my old camera. Here we go. Yeah, so these are carrot cake cookies, and all my cookies are actually legume based. So I started with different things like chickpeas, and I settled on lentils. So lentils are the easiest legume to digest and cook. And I actually soak and sprout the lentils before I put them in my cookies. You wouldn't know that there's lentils in there. Everything's combined together and you never know. And so it's dates, lentils, sunflower seeds is the fat, and gluten-free oats. So everything's gluten-free, clean, nutritionally balanced. That's what I love about the products, is it's all whole foods, but it's not just gluten-free products. A lot of times it's processed rice flour and things like that, and they still contain sugar. Well, everything is whole foods in my products. It's all nutritionally balanced, clean, gluten-free, oil-free, whole food, and vegan. And I've been vegan for all these years. Oh, and for the season, we have gingerbread cookies. These are amazing. So, you know, you're like gingerbread men. Well, people miss those, but they're made with processed sugar, processed flour. Well, these are the same basic ingredients as the carrot cookies, but gingerbread flavored. And so, and also incorporating your omega-3 fatty acids, flax seeds. So those are in my crackers. Let's see, flax crackers. I have, I just came out with a curry flavor. Where's that? There's, oh, this is probably the curry one. Yeah, so curry, and then a pizza. Pizza is the one I've been making for years. Dehydrated, sprouted. Also has buckwheat in it. So that adds a really nice crunch, and it adds some wonderful carbs, less fat, lowers the fat level in them. There's a lot of buckwheat in there. So anyway, I've just been having fun with it, and I'm in the San Diego area. Greetings to anyone in San Diego, and I ship nationwide. And you know, I understand the challenges that Elaine was talking about with shipping, and the other people too. Yeah, we ship to Canada. It was kind of a nightmare. So we're shipping nationwide here, and yeah, so our products are semi-perishable. Some of them are. Of course, the dried products are not. The granola and the pizza crackers are not. And so those can be shipped a little longer. But with our cookies, we try to get it to you within 2 to 3 days, and they're fine. They're fine. They're absolutely great. So, but I like the idea of the fruit cake, and we haven't tested our products yet. We just came, you know, into product, just started in March, but I am amazed if they're kept cold, how long they last. They last a really long time. They're not like a normal cookie that crumbles and becomes like, who knows what, because of the flour, because there's no flour in them, right? It's just oats. So yeah.
It'd be interesting if somebody had a Veggie Dome to maybe just take one of your cookies and see if the Veggie Dome extends the life of cookies.
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly put it with the veggies, but but maybe, yeah, by itself, that would probably be a great idea. And they are really good room temperature. I do, like I said, I freeze them and I keep in the refrigerator. But you just get out your serving, like, you know, just get out your serving and put it out there and have it ready. Put it in the toaster oven for a little bit. I don't recommend microwaving them, really. You can do it. I've had customers say they take out of the freezer and 10 seconds is fine. But you don't want to over microwave your food anyway. You just don't want to over process or overheat or you want to kill the nutrition in your food.
Absolutely. Well, Karen says, I love her double chocolate cookies. And Blue says, are the products available locally in San Diego, or is shipping the only way to purchase?
So we deliver in San Diego area. In our general area where we live, we'll deliver for free. We live in the Poway area. And we make our cookies in San Diego. And when we develop a relationship with customers, figure out where they are, the challenges go down, we'll start to deliver for free for you guys. But also specialty produce in the near the airport, that area. It's a really great place. I've bought my veggies there for years and years, and they're so supportive. We have some amazing supportive companies that have really started to carry our products. Also, Mission Square Market, which is a 100% vegan store in the Mission Gorge area, and then some restaurants. So Loving Hut, everybody, a lot of you who are vegan know about Loving Hut. They carry our 2-packs, and Evolution also carries our 2-packs.
That's great. And so you're special for our viewers. Tell us about that.
You can also pick them up at Maya's Cookies, which is where we make them. So the special, we were really excited to share this with you guys. It's buy 3. You buy 3. Oops. The logo up there. You buy 3 and you get 1 free. So you get maybe a cookie for free or whatever. So any of these little guys, you buy 3, get 1 free. So the code for that is AJ Special. AJ Special. And I've also got, for those of you who don't want to buy 3, get 1 free, you can also use Chef AJ 15. And that is set through the year, through to New Year's, and also the AJ Special. And you can also use it multiple times, because I understand people are going to want to send these as gifts to the loved ones. And you also have to realize they don't have to be healthy minded. They don't have to be vegan to enjoy these products. That was my goal. My goal is to make them vegan, healthy, but not necessarily taste that way.
Yeah. Well, what flavor do you recommend for Santa?
For Santa, I think Santa needs to have the gingerbread, the seasonal one. Yeah.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
I can vouch for the deliciousness of this product because I've tasted it. So give it a try, guys. I know you won't be disappointed. And like I said, the granola is fabulous, fabulous.
One more thing that I'm just coming out with is Savory Bites. And these actually are like, falafel, right? Falafel is, I've been perfecting oil-free falafel for all these years and baked. And I make amazing falafel. That's going to be available soon. And these are just a mini, like black bean spicy bites. So those kind of ideas are just, you include in your salad to add a little protein, a little interest, a little flavor and texture, put in a wrap. Just have these things available in the freezer, pop them in the toaster oven, and savory bites. So yeah, that's my favorite kind of food, actually.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I love treating people with treats, but savory foods are my favorite. So I'm really excited to share more savory foods. And then sauces I'm working on too. So.
Terrific. Sharon says, I live in San Diego. Are you hiring? And Karen says the code didn't work for me. So I'm guessing there's a customer service email or something if people can't get the code to work.
Yes, of course. So the AJ Special didn't work?
Yeah, Karen, which code didn't work? And are you hiring? Sharon in San Diego wants to know.
We'll take volunteers.
If you guys buy enough of the stuff, maybe she'll be able to hire.
No, right now we're mom and pop shop. We are just working on growing as much as we can in this pandemic, working on finding more customers, working on finding more shops to sell our stuff. If you have any ideas, be sure to contact us. You can contact us through our website. And also, please go to tracysrealfoods.com. Even if you're not interested in purchasing right now, you can go ahead and you can send us a note like that, or you can also just join our newsletter list. We'll keep in touch. There's all kinds of things I share, like AJ's events and things like that. It's not just about selling the product. So just we can keep in touch that way too.
Great. And she said AJ's special didn't work. So maybe there's she could contact you like offline and see what's happening. And Sharon says she'll work for samples. So
oh.
Great. That's terrific. Well, thank you again so much for
Sharon.
Thank you for donating to our contest. If you'd like to join Sunday for our special comedian cooking demo for the people that entered and for the generous donors, you're more than welcome. And guys, check it out. I think you're going to really like Tracy's Real Foods because the operative food is it's real.
Yeah, and we'll keep in touch. I will make sure that AJ Special works. And maybe I had typed in something else. And also Chef AJ 15 for those who don't want to buy 3, get 1 free.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Tracy.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Have a
Take care.
Happy holidays.
So our next guest I'm meeting for the first time, I've had 2 people that work for the company on. I've had Tony on and Christina, and Tony came on once and did a talk about the product, and Christina came on and did a wonderful cooking demo. And I'll tell you, if you watched my GI Health Summit, which is the free replay weekend this weekend, I learned from the GI doctors that there are foods they contain things called emulsifiers, processed foods that are not only not good for our health, but in doses generally regarded as safe, which is 1%, in research has shown can be really bad to your gut and your microbiome. And I'm somebody that's had a long history of GI problems. And when I found that, I stopped buying, I didn't want to say stop it completely. There's like one on the shelf for like emergencies, but it's a clean one, like with 2 ingredients. But the ones that were clean, the boxed milks, like the Elmhurst and Three Trees, which are wonderful products, they were like $8 for 4 servings, and that can get really expensive. So then I found this wonderful product called Joy, J-O-I, that stands for just one ingredient. And right now they only have 2 flavors. They have almond and cashew. It's a base, and it comes in both organic and not organic. So the one I love is the organic cashew, and it's just because I like cashew better than almond. It's nothing wrong with the almond. It's delicious. And it's really easy to make. You basically just like take a tablespoon or less or more, depending on your preference, and mix it with water. And you've got delicious plant milk with nothing else in it that will stay in your fridge, at least 5 or 6 days. And what I really liked about it is it didn't separate. And that's important. I don't know why it's important to me, but it doesn't. And it's also neat because like when I'm making my cream soups, like my butternut bisque or my kabocha squash soup or my favorite cauliflower bisque, I don't even bother making the milk. I just put it in there. And you're like, well, why can't I just use cashew butter? Well, I guess you can, but this is better. And I don't know what they do to it to make it shelf stable and delicious. So I'm going to welcome the CEO, who I'm meeting for the first time, Hector Gutierrez. Thank you for coming on today, Hector.
Hi, Chef AJ. Thanks so much for having us. I'm super, super grateful to be here, and happy holidays to everyone. I know you've been doing round robin with the team, and you've explained the product perfectly. I can't thank you enough. We gotta get you one of these mega buckets so you can have it for a long time. But as you said, yeah, we're super grateful to be here. It's been a crazy year for us, and we got into this business to solve problems like you were having. Joy literally stands for just one ingredient. It's at the essence of what we're setting out to accomplish as a business. And for us, it's really important that we're offering high quality whole food products without additives, without preservatives. So as you mentioned, we have our almond and cashew products. This is our organic varietal. These products contain no additives, no preservatives, and all you got to do is mix it with water and you get delicious almond milk just like this. I have a container here, BPA free. The product in the milk form will last you up to 7 days. So you make as much or as little milk as you want. But like you mentioned, you can use it for all kinds of things. You can make awesome vegan cupcakes. You can make salad dressings. You can make nacho cheese, all dairy free, of course, completely vegan. But we're really here to empower and give people the flexibility to create new products that they weren't able to make before. Nuts are really hard to break down. As you know, if you've ever used a processor, whether it be a food processor, a Vitamix, any kind of blender, it's really difficult to get the most out of that machine to get a really high quality almond milk or cashew milk, insert any kind of nut, seed, or grain. And for us, we wanted to simplify that process. I know you got to meet Tony a couple of weeks ago. He had been making vegan plant-based milks for many, many years, as I did, in fact, at scale in some different businesses of ours. But doing it was super laborious, and that's why we have these concentrates that looks like this, kind of looks like tahini. You mix with water, and boom, you're ready to go in 30 seconds. You have delicious, high quality, nutrient dense plant milk. So this, as I mentioned, this year has been really crazy. 2019, we launched the business at addjoy.com. All of our products are sold online. We actually have one retailer, if you're out West Coast, at Erewhon, who's selling our organic products. We love them and the mission that they're set out to accomplish. But we're primarily an online business. We sell all of our products online. As I mentioned, they're shelf stable, so they arrive to your door, and you can use them for months thereafter and reorder as you need. We actually offer free shipping for the order of 2 tubs or more. And tomorrow we're really excited, obviously, with all the awesome deals that are going on with this great crowd and all the deals that are available online. We'd like to jump into that and offer a 25% discount for all of your viewers. It's called a Cyber Monday discount. You just enter Cyber discount code or click on our website. You should automatically get the discount. You get 25% off of all of our products. So we're really excited and hope more people can enjoy a new way to consume non-dairy milk.
That is amazing. Thank you so much, Hector. I didn't know about that discount because today it's 20% off. So maybe wait till tomorrow. Yeah. And so, you don't ship to Canada though. Is that correct?
Correct. We don't ship to Canada yet. We do have a partner in Canada. It's called switchgrocery.com, and you can buy our products through switchgrocery.com. They're a Canadian distributor of ours, and we work very closely with them to ensure they get the best product and can make some of these dreams happen for Canadians.
Right. And Becky wants to know, how much milk will one container like this make?
Sure. So it makes between 27 cups. So that's roughly 7 quarts of milk per one container. And the big guy makes up to 60 quarts. So you get a ton. We sell these to restaurants, cafes, juice shops. If you have one, this is a great product for that. But if you have a big family or you're taking care of a bunch of people at home, this is a great alternative. The big bucket, and it'll last you just as long.
Right. Barb says, bonus note, the labels peel off the containers easily, so I can reuse the containers to store other things.
That's exactly right. And you mentioned earlier, glass breaks, and we're extremely environmentally conscious. We want to be a more sustainable company. We felt glass was a very difficult packaging solution, so we went with this packaging. It's BPA free, but we intentionally made the label easy to rip off so you can recycle it. And that way you're kind of improving your footprint as opposed to buying all of these Tetra packs of milk that you buy, either the big name brands at the grocery store that only last you a little while and you have to throw them out. These little containers last a lot longer and kind of give you more bang for your buck.
Yeah. And Jamie says, do you have to refrigerate after opening?
The containers, you do not. These are shelf stable at room temperature. And then once you make milk, you want to make this milk and keep it in your refrigerator, obviously at a good temperature for up to 7 days.
It's so cool that yours doesn't separate. Like, because I used to make almond milk back in the day with a tablespoon of almond butter and a cup of water, but it always separated.
Sure. Some of the beauty behind what we're doing here and why we distinguish this is not a butter product. We call it a base product or a concentrate, really because how we masticate it, how we break it down, how we process this. And it has no chemicals, but we just use a cold milling process to make this really small particle size of our products that allow it to kind of, emulsify naturally, blend and homogenize into water. So you get this nice rich milk content as opposed to having something that, has aggressive separation.
Nice. So where did it go? Sorry, this thing goes really, really fast. Annette wrote something that I've got to read you when I can find it. Here it is. It really stuck with me when Chef AJ said, when you make your own and use a nut bag, you throw away the pulp, so you end up with flavored water. And I really learned that from Tony, because we're going to have the last small business of the day is a machine that people can make their own nut milk, but it's a lot more expensive, obviously, than buying this for people that want to do that. And when I was researching this, there are some machines that make plant milk, but you're throwing away the pulp and the fiber. And what Tony explained to me is when you do that, you're throwing away all the fiber and all the nutrients, and you really don't have nut milk, you have nut water. So this is actual nut milk.
No, that's exactly right. We're giving you this rich, nutrient-dense milk product that you can use for steaming your delicious lattes in the morning. It's really high in fat, but only the fat that's natural due to the almonds or to the cashews. All the protein that the almonds or cashews offer, all the fat that the almonds or cashew offer. There's no waste in our manufacturing process. So you're literally consuming all of the wonderful nutrients that these raw materials have to offer.
Great. And Christina says, what is the shelf life of the large container? Is it good for an emergency food supply?
Absolutely. So each of these, the cashew lasts up to 12 months from our manufacturing date, and the almond lasts up to 18 months from our manufacturing date. And we manufacture really routinely, so you're getting a high quality, fresh product pretty often.
Do you think you'll be able to develop a rice milk and an oat milk? Because we do have so many people that, that actually are allergic to nuts.
Yeah, well, we're on board with you. Absolutely. We have some amazing new products coming out early 2021. I can't say much about it yet, but what I can say is sign up for our newsletter at addjoi.com. There you're going to get all the latest information. We are very, very excited about these new products that we have to offer. And we hear you loud and clear. There are people who have allergies, and we want to address those issues and make sure people are getting really high quality products. So 2021, we'll be releasing some new and exciting additions to our line.
Can you tell me if I promise not to tell them? Then I'll have you on the show and we'll introduce them. I love letting people know about stuff.
Absolutely. We'll be the first one to know.
Oh
We're
my God.
super grateful for all your support. And
That'll be great. Oh my God. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for filling a real need, because I love this idea of this, because yes, this is packaging, but when you think about how much packaging for people that really drink plant milk all the time, that have families that are buying carton after carton after carton after carton, this is a lot less packaging.
Yeah, and we're a small business, so we have to make sure that we're focused on delivering high quality product, but we also have big visions for the future, and we know we can develop a more sustainable packaging, something that's compostable, something that's more easy to recycle. So, as important it is to make sure that we're feeding our bodies, we want to make sure we're taking care of the planet. So we're trying to harmonize both of those aspects and make sure we're doing right by both sides. And as we grow and as your support contributes to our growth, we're going to be empowered to do that. And we're really excited about what we have in queue for the rest of our future.
Well, I thank you so much for making an ethical vegan product with no added salt, oil, or sugar. It's right up my alley.
Absolutely. And of course, you can always add whatever you like. I have a delicious vanilla extract here. I just toss some in my blender when I'm making. If I want it a little bit sweeter, I just do so. It's really about control and empowerment. If you want to add a delicious, coconut palm nectar, you can do so just to sweeten it up.
Or a date. I've put a date in.
Or a date, exactly. That's a whole food way to go, and there's no better way. So we're really excited.
So Patricia says, what is the code for the Monday sale?
It'll happen automatically if you visit any of our website, tomorrow, addjoi.com, and then you'll, at checkout, be granted the discount code. If you have any issues with that, simply enter CYBER, CYBER, upon checking out, and you'll get the automatic discount code of 25% on orders 35 or more. So that's a 2-pack or more.
Oh, thank you. Susanna says, my son has a nut allergy. Might you think about making soy?
Soy, everything, well, I will say is everything's on the table right now.
Because I'm allergic to soy. So I just want to know, I want oat and rice. Those are my favorite milks.
We're always listening to what our customers are asking for, and we're going to deliver on products that we think are doing right by our customers. So if there's the demand for it, we'll come out with products that meet that need for sure.
Terrific. And Brenda says, how do we subscribe to your newsletter blog?
Sure. If you scroll down to the bottom, the footer of the website, you're capable of signing up to our newsletter there. That's where you'll get all the latest and greatest. We send out one weekly newsletter, typically with recipes. Our website has some amazing recipes if you're curious about using our product for not only milk products, but you can use it for all kinds of salad dressings, ice creams, no-churn ice creams, vegan dressings, as I mentioned before, or quesos. So visit addjoy.com. You'll see these recipes, but you'll also, if you sign up for our newsletter, you'll have access to some of these recipes right off the bat. And if you sign up early, we typically have an ebook that we send out that you can get some of the latest and greatest, I guess you could say, crowd favorite recipes that we've come out with that really get people excited about all the opportunities that they can be making with joy.
That is terrific. Well, thank you. And now we have a request for help milk. So you got to get busy, Hector. Get busy.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. So again, this is Chef AJ's favorite, the organic cashew, but try any of the 4 and I know you'll like it. So, really, this is so easy. My husband can do this.
Absolutely.
And I love that you can control how much, if you want it richer, put more. If you want it less rich, put less.
Yeah, I end up doing 2 scoops just because I like it thick. I'm a coffee guy. I have to wake up. I drink my coffee in the morning, and that's part of my routine. So I have to have a thick milk to accompany that, and I'll use it for my coffee experience. But sometimes I don't need to have my milk available. I'll just take a scoop of it. I'll dump it into a blender while whipping up my smoothie, and I'll use a little bit less of it because I don't want it to be overburdensome on the nut flavor. I'd like the other flavor profiles to come out, whether that's strawberry, banana, so on and so forth. So those are kind of the easy entry level ways to use joy. And like I mentioned, you can get really creative and explore all kinds of new opportunities and recipes that allow this to come to life for you and your family.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Hector. It was very nice to meet you.
Likewise. Thanks for having me on.
You take care. So our next small business is Tracy. The lady that will be representing it is Janice Summers. And what I love about Janice, just like our first 2 businesses, Nick DeVoren from local Spicery and Thomas Allen, they have been supported now for 3 years of the Truth About Weight Loss Summit, where we have had contests and giveaways. And so she gave away like $10, $25 gift certificates. And thank you also for donating to this year's contest for the 200th episode. So one of my favorite products from Trace Spa, unfortunately, I forgot to pull it from the bathroom. It's the foot soap, but it's really, really nice. And I also like their lip balm. So please welcome Janice.
Hi. First, I want to say thank you. Namaste, Chef AJ, for having us here. For a lot of us, like I know Thomas from years ago, we used to do the same Harvest Festival circuit. So normally we'd be out doing a lot of art shows. For us, this is the way we get a showcase now. It's from generous people like you who are sharing our products with your followers. So if my name looks familiar to anybody in this group, if you're part of UWL or Feel Fabulous Over 40 or the Plant Fit Summit or the Truth About Weight Loss, I'm also a member. So if you see my name, that's me. This is my company, and I've been in business for well over a decade now. And what I do is I create plant-based skincare. So one of the things when I started out, I wanted to have a company of my own, and I wanted something that would nourish people. And to me, the happiest place on earth is a spa, because you can go in feeling horrible and come out completely transformed. So when I created Trace Spa, I wanted to create spa-inspired products that were in harmony with nature. So everything is plant-based, everything is vegan. I am PETA approved for vegan and for cruelty-free. I'm also a PETA business partner. Some of the things you should know about me is I emphasize sustainability in the products that I create. So I have very minimal synthesized anything in my products. There's no fragrances. It's all natural, pure essential oils and everything. So what you're really interested in wanting to know, what are the specials? Because rarely do I ever do just seasonal specials. I'm pretty generous. I have a rewards program and all kinds of stuff, but I very rarely ever do big discounts because my prices are quite reasonable. But for Chef AJ and for the tribe that I am a member of, I am more than happy to extend a gift of 20% off everything and anything. There's no limit. You can, if all you want to do is buy one item, you can still take 20% off. There's no gimmicks or anything around it. And it's Chef AJ 20. Now, to make things easier for you, I have a page that's dedicated to Chef AJ fans and followers. And the URL is at the top there. If you can see on the screen behind me, that's Chef AJ's URL. So even when we're not doing the seasonal special, anything that's special for Chef AJ people will be on that page. Normally through the year, you can enjoy a 7% discount by using Chef AJ 7. This time you can use Chef AJ 20 and you get a 20% discount, and it's good until December 20th because it just matched with 20. Another thing that I'm doing for Chef AJ tribe members here is I have this cute little pocket gift set. Normally, Chef AJ people get just a lotion, a free little pocket-sized lotion, but I put together this cute little pocket set, and it's got an aromatic mist, which is scented with pure essential oils. It's skin safe. You can spray it on pillows. You can spray it on you. You can spray it anywhere. You can spray it on other people. They're great for traveling, if when we're back to traveling days. And it has a little 1 ounce bar of organic soap, which is great for keeping clean, especially during a time of a pandemic. The best gift you can give right now actually is soap, because it's a lifesaver. So this you get, it comes wrapped in this little bag. You don't need to enter anything. If you're using your Chef AJ code at your checkout, I'm going to know you came from Chef AJ's tribe. So this is automatic. You can pick the scent family that you want, and the instructions are again on that web page. So you can see the details on how to select a scent. If you don't select a scent, I'll select one for you based on your choices. What else can I tell you? I just want to respect your time. There's all kinds of curated gifts that I have on a page on the website. A couple of things that are really popular are, here, let me just, I think everybody's seen the back page. So let me just do this. Whoops, sorry. Let me change the background. I did pull out some samples because I know Chef AJ asked me once before, where's my product? So I did pull out some samples to show you. You can see everything online, but one of the most popular gift sets is actually this little trio, and you can get it for $20. It's really cute. It's a full bar of soap, and it's a little mist and a little lotion, and they come in a scent family. That's a good little gift. Another life-saving gift is this little box of a sampler pack of organic soap buttons, I call them. But it's like 10 little bars of soap. And like I said, soap saves lives. Everything else, another cute little gift set is this facial gift set, which gives everything you need to do for a full facial. And it has little instructions in there, and it has the brushes and the exfoliating scrubs. All these, again, are on my website. And there's another one that I just did, which is a selection of 4 bars of soap. Well, this is how they come wrapped, and this is looking at one that's unwrapped. There's 4 bars of soap, and that's enough soap for a year for somebody. And these are great gifts. These are packaged in recycled paper, so they're very eco-conscious. So a lot of things that I do are for highly sustainable. There's also a shampoo product. I have it out here. So again, if you have some really eco warriors on your shopping list, there's a lot of products that I do that are highly sustainable and very eco-friendly. And this shampoo, it really does work. This is all I've used for like 5 years. And this is usually all I use on my hair. But I just did this really cute little new hair gel, which is a conditioning gel. So these 2 things are all I use for my hair. And this is refillable over and over and over again. And I sell a bulk pouch that goes with it. So these are great little gifts. And then I have not forgotten men. There's some men specific, although I will tell you everything I do is gender neutral. Plants really don't care what gender you are. But there are some things that are specific for men. So there's a cute little organic body powder for men. And this one is really popular if you've got men on your shopping list. And this is the full face care for men. So it has the shaving soap, it's got the toner, and it has the oil that they can use on their face. And that's it in a nutshell. I'm trying to respect the time here. I'm sure people are fatigued. If they have questions, you can reach out to me. It's Janice at Trace Spa, or find me on Facebook in the group.
Well, thank you so much. Yes, guys, you check it out because the products are wonderful. You had a bug bite thing, not a bug bite, but you had a bug thing.
Hiker's Heaven. Yes, Hiker's Heaven. So if you've got people, thank you, Chef AJ. If you've got people that are hikers, backpackers, outdoor enthusiasts, and they don't want to get bitten by bugs, I have a Hiker's Heaven, and it comes in the lotion, a soap, a mist, and a solid lotion, butter stick. And it's a natural bug repellent that you can actually wear, and doesn't smell bad, and it is perfectly safe in any environment. You could be in the most sacred rainforest and you will not harm the planet. You can use my product standing in the middle of the most delicate ecosystem, from nature right back to nature. And I've had people take it to Vietnam. I've had people take it to South Africa. I've taken it to the Midwest. If you've ever been in the Midwest, you know that the mosquitoes there can pick you up and carry you away. They're that big. But yeah, thank you, Chef AJ.
Well, no, thank you for being vegan, for creating an ethical vegan product, and for being such a regular contributor to all of my endeavors. I really appreciate it. So guys, please check out the website because you're going to love this stuff.
It is such a pleasure to support you, and I will be here for you. You are always there for me. You are like,
thank you so much. So guys, check out Trespa. We've got 2 more small businesses. So next I'm going to welcome Rick Perry, and he is the creator of Beet Boost, and he's going to tell you about it. But I'll tell you, if you know my friend and partner John Pierre, he is crazy about this product, especially for his clients that are athletes. Please, are you still in Portland, Rick?
We are still in Portland, family-run business, and I want to say thank you so much for your support over the past few years. It's just been wonderful, and we've really got a lot of great friends from your group. And yeah, John Pierre has been fabulous, and he really does love Beet Boost, and thank you for having me here.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about your product, because I don't know if everybody's familiar with it, what it's for, what it tastes like, and things like that.
Well, Beet Boost is a combination of it's concentrated beet juice that we have dehydrated, and then we have taken tart cherries and we have extracted the anthocyanin that gives tart cherry their fame for reducing inflammation. So the two together kind of is like a 1-2 punch for increasing energy and reducing inflammation. So you generally just feel great, you have more energy, and you have more mobility. So it comes in a jar like this. We actually started the company in this kitchen, and we were making hand-filled packets of beet juice powder for the Detroit Red Wings hockey team. So it actually started out as a sports product. And we thought, wow, we've got a sports product on our hands. So we started selling to sports teams. But that's not why I made the product. I actually made it for health and wellness because I had a bicycle accident and I started juicing fruits and vegetables. I didn't know much about it. And beet juice stood out. And I'm like, wow, I got so much energy drinking beet juice. And so come to find out that sports teams were already juicing beet juice, and one thing led to another, and I discovered that tart cherry juice, I didn't discover it, but I discovered that the concept that tart cherry juice reduces inflammation, and athletes were using that for recovery. And so this great blend came together, and we did so while we were selling to sports teams, we crossed the chasm, as they say, and went over into health and wellness, where I originally really wanted to be anyway. So that's where we are now, and it is a pure and clean 2-ingredient product. I don't know if you can see that. It's just, I know Chef AJ, you've had it before, so you know.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be good for like True Blood, you know?
It is, and my background is culinary like yours, and one of the things in making this product was I didn't want, protein shakes can have a lot of clumpiness and leftover residual, grittiness and that kind of thing. One of the most important things was that this did not have any grit left over in it, which is why we filter it out. So I'm just going to show you. It's just pure and clean with no grit left over whatsoever. And that was by design. So you're getting, really, we're just making room for more of the good things. And that is the nitrate in beets, which relax blood vessels and improve blood flow. And of course, the tart cherry, which reduces inflammation.
So Marie has a question. She says, I drink it at 9 in the morning and couldn't get to sleep at night. Has anyone ever reported it causing sleep issues? That doesn't make sense unless it just gives you so much energy.
No, it actually should do the opposite. It should relax. Norm Horde, which is our chief science advisor, actually uses it in the evening, and it helps him sleep. He's a nitric oxide expert, one of the country's leading experts. So it would have no impact on negative sleep patterns. If anything, it would actually improve your sleep.
Terrific. Diane says, does it taste good plain?
Do you like the taste of beets? So I think that's kind of the question. We do have 2 versions of it. We have one that is just beet juice powder and tart cherry extract. We also have a version that we've added all natural cherry flavor to that helps mask the flavor of beet. The original is more popular, especially among the plant-based community. And personally, I think it tastes great. We have a lot of people that love the taste of it. And for those who don't want the natural flavors and want the original, we have so many people who posted recipes. I mean, you can mix it with, wow, it's really endless. You can mix it in smoothies, of course. You can mix it in, people sprinkle it on things like oatmeal. They bake with it. They add, they use it as an ingredient. It goes in soups. There's really no limit to how you can get the nitrate in your body. But what's most important is that you do get it in your body, because after about the age of 40 or 50, your nitric oxide levels decrease over time. And it's just, nitric oxide is what is released in your blood vessels, and it improves blood flow. It relaxes your blood vessels. You get more blood flow, you generally get more energy. So we need to find a way to get more like dark leafy greens and broccoli and nuts and seeds that are high in protein that help convert nitric oxide.
Well, I posted a recipe in my book using it. I don't know if you guys know that.
That was so awesome of you. We're so grateful.
You didn't know that? My God, this book's been out for years. So yeah, definitely. So Jamie says, I do not like the taste of beets or cherries, but I do like the taste of this. And I get the one with the cherries. To me, it tastes plenty sweet, but then, I haven't eaten sugar in like 20 years. So Brenda says, what about staining your teeth?
Well, we've only had, one person, actually it was you, Chef AJ, who'd mentioned that maybe the beet might be causing some staining to teeth, and we haven't had any other report of that. So, I don't know what to say about that. I've been using it for years and I haven't had any problems with that, and we've never had any other reports. But if it's possible, then I guess it could. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you can also, I would say, drink it with a straw, maybe.
A straw. The thing is, the beet juice really needs to stay in your mouth, because the nitrate in the beets reacts with the bacteria in the back of your mouth, and that turns to nitrite and to nitric oxide. So you don't want to use like mouthwash. You don't want to use antacids. It kills the bacteria that helps convert to nitric oxide. So it really needs to stay in the mouth for a little period of time. This is why juice is really an excellent source. If you're drinking it, just a few seconds should be long enough for you to get the benefit.
So Martha says, well, what does it taste like? I mean, to me, it tastes good. It's so hard to describe what it tastes like, because I think it tastes sweet. It doesn't taste like super sweet, but it tastes sweet enough for me.
I think it tastes like mild beets. Beets have, fresh beets can have and a real high acidic quality to them. They can be tough to, they can burn the back of the mouth unless they're cooked. This is smooth and it's very low calories as well. I think there's only 36 calories per serving, which is very low. But, I think it tastes great. But I make the product too, so.
Yeah. I think it tastes good in hibiscus tea. I've mixed it with that.
Yeah, I've never had it that way, but we have people use it in a lot of different ways. Mock Bloody Marys, and it's endless. It can add great taste to like a greens smoothie, for example. It is slightly sweet, but it's naturally sweet.
Right. I know that Dr. Esselstyn's a big fan of beets. So Ellen says, what about the endurance and hydration mixes you offer?
Well, thank you for asking. So we make watermelon hydrate, which is a combination primarily led by watermelon, and it's an electrolyte replacement. Watermelon has citrulline in it, and citrulline is also a vasodilator. So it works very similar to the way nitrate works in boosting nitric oxide production. And then we have a new product called Spin Boost, and Spin Boost contains red spinach, which is the amaranth plant. And this is just new on the market. And red spinach has the highest known to us concentration of nitrate, natural nitrate, than any other plant, including arugula or beets. And this product is really just pure and simple. And it's really designed more for athletic endurance. So there's no tart cherry extract in it. It's really designed for a pre-workout. You don't have to be an athlete to use it, but we do sell it primarily to athletes. Athletes also use Beet Boost. They use both products. They use Beet Boost for recovery. So they'll use the two products synergistically. And then to recover from dehydration, they use watermelon hydrate.
Wow, that actually sounds really good, because when I do use Beet Boost, I'm on the spin bike. So this is like perfect. Get it? Spin Boost.
Exactly. That's one of the reasons why we named it that. And also the root for spinach, and that it actually boosts a spin rotation.
Wow, that actually, I look forward to trying that one. Kara says, how about a beet latte? You never know, it might be good.
Yeah, I think a beet latte would be excellent. There's really no limit to what you can use Beet Boost in, as far as, combining it with other ingredients.
Let's see. Does the new product Spin Boost give you jitters? I haven't tasted it yet, Joanne, so I don't know.
Well, there's no sugars in it. This is the thing. This kind of energy is natural energy. So by relaxing the blood vessels, you actually are increasing your blood flow, and in that you're getting more oxygen. So the kind of energy that you're feeling is really oxygen, kind of like if you're hiking and you're near a waterfall and you just get all that mist and you just, I don't know if you've been in this scenario, but it's just, you feel awake and alive. So you don't rise up so high that you actually have a crash. There's no crash with any of our products. They just make you feel good, just like alive. The same way I felt when I first drank beet juice. I literally just felt more alive.
Nice, nice. You think you'll ever do anything with some kale? I'd love some like kale powder type thing.
Well, you know, we have played with kale and we like kale a lot. Our mission really is vasodilation and reduced inflammation. And kale has a good, you know, a good level of nitrate in it, but it's not quite as high as beet and red spinach. But we are looking at a greens blend. But it would need to include components that would help relax blood vessels and improve blood flow, which is, like I said, our company's mission.
Great. Well, Sue says, does this have any effect on blood pressure?
Well, naturally it does, because it relaxes your blood vessels. So you're going to get more blood flow. So nitric oxide in general does that, relaxes blood vessels. The nitrate in beets just actually sort of boosts the process. Like I said, as we age, nitric oxide production is decreased and our blood vessels begin to constrict more. Our blood pressure can tend to increase, and it's good to keep your nitric oxide levels up through, you know, plant-based diet is really helpful. Not eating processed foods, exercise, and just a generally healthy lifestyle in combination with sort of boosting your system with nitrate.
Terrific. And Sparkle says, can you address the issue of oxalates?
Well, they exist in beets, but they're filtered out in our process. It's more than 99.9% filtered out. So they do exist, but not in our product.
Terrific. Well, thank you so much, Rick. This has been great. I learned things I didn't know. I didn't even know you had that new product, so I can't wait to try it. Oh, here's a question. Jill says, how long does the Beet Boost last in the refrigerator once the container is opened?
Wow, a long time. I don't think we've had one go solid in the refrigerator. So actually on the packaging, it says keep in a cool, dry place, but the refrigerator after it's open will ensure the optimal freshness. So, quite a long time. I do want to mention that we are offering a special, and I tried to make it easy for everyone to see. It's 20% off plus free shipping, and this expires on the 20th. And using the code Chef AJ Holiday, and I'll see if I can put that in the chat here.
Yeah, I put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat again, and it is in the show notes for those that are watching on YouTube. So there you go.
Okay, great.
So it's your perfect time to give it a try. Well, great. Well, thank you so much, Rick.
Thanks for having me. Really
Absolutely. And thanks for donating some of these wonderful products to the people in our contest that will receive them well, they won't receive them next Sunday. They'll be announced next Sunday. If you'd like to join us for that celebration, let me know. All right. Well, take care. And we have one more small business. We saved, I don't want to say we saved the best for last because everybody was great, but this is a little bit more expensive. So, if you can't afford it, that's okay, because then you can buy this for like $17. But for those that really want to start making your own plant milk in the most efficient, delicious way so that you can stop buying all that packaging and think about the environment and really save money, because like I do oat milk and it's like oats are like practically free. I've had her on the show recently. Her name is Carolyn Chen. She is one of the founders and the CEO of Nutramilk that does way more than make milk. It makes smoothies. It makes nut butters. I'm in love with this machine. And actually this afternoon, after I'm done with my interviews, I'm going to be doing like 4 new recipes with it. So please welcome Carolyn Chen, and she has got an amazing discount for this machine. And I know some of you watching, like Deborah Chen, have already purchased it. So welcome back, Carolyn.
Hi, thank you, Chef AJ. Thank you so much for having me back again. I have to say that we've been having an amazing sale with because of your support. And people were buying machines already since like right after the Wednesday special and such. So we've been busy at the warehouse trying to get the orders processed. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about your machine, your special, and
yes. Okay, so our appliance is called the Nutramilk, and it was built from the ground up, and it's got a very hefty motor. What it does is it makes nut butters and nut milks, seed milks, seed butters, oat milk. You could do smoothies. You can make veggie broth. You could juice. You could do ginger shots. So in its appliance, and what it does is it takes the ingredients and grinds it down to its cellular level, especially with nuts and seeds. And that was what it was originally designed for. And then, and so that's where you first get your nut butter or your seed butter, if you will. And then you would just simply add water or any other type of liquid that you want to use, maybe such as like, we use coconut water sometimes. We'll do, we'll put teas, we'll put coffee in it and mix it together. And then you get your milk. And so the machine actually comes with this processing bowl, and I'll show you guys. It actually has these wipers and an inner filter, okay? And so what happens is that the inner filter, you put the nuts in, it grinds it down to its cellular level, it becomes the butter. And then after that's done processing, you add the water, and then it filters out from the side. And so then the only thing that gets left inside your inner container are skins. So you have virtually zero wastage and no pulp left over, which is really important. And then you can actually see here on the top that there's this arm here, and what it does is it spins the wipers. Okay, and so when it spins the wipers, what it's doing is it's pushing down the ingredients for you, and so you don't have to do that like with any other blender or processor, like a food processor, where you have to keep stopping and pushing the ingredients down.
That's my favorite thing is the wiper blades, because I've just been using that instead of my food processor because I don't have to open it.
Right, correct. Yeah, so it's great because it's not just for making, say, like nut milks, or everybody uses it for different versatile reasons. Again, I've been doing ginger shots with it. I made raw veggie broth with it over the Thanksgiving holidays to make my plant-based recipes, and it has a very, and I mentioned the hefty motor is because if you try and make your own butters and such in other appliances, such as blenders, or usually you would burn out your motor because they're just not designed for that kind of the power, whereas this appliance was actually designed specifically to be able to grind the nuts and seeds down, which is very hefty, and so you won't blow out your motor. And what's great is you'll have like the nut milk or your butters anywhere from a minute to 12 to 13 minutes, depending on the nut or the seed that you're making, or the milk or the butter that you're making. Oat milk takes
1 minute,
like a minute. Of course, usually with oat milk, you do have to soak that ahead of time, about 30 minutes or so, and then just get rid of the water, because that's what causes some of the sliminess. I know that was some of the questions we've had before about that.
So can you combine things, Carolyn? Like, for example, like if you were going to make like a pecan milk, could you do oats with it? Like, can you ever do a nut with a grain together?
Definitely. You can put anything you want into the machine. So like if you wanted to put, say, like an entire trail mix with, dried fruits and the different kinds of nuts and seeds, and let's say, dark chocolate and such, you could put all of that into the machine and it'll process it for you. So you could definitely do pecans, different nuts, different grains, and seeds all together to make your own perfect combination. We have a lot of like superfood nut butters recipes that we've done. and, or things that are specific, targeted towards like a health goal, maybe that you're aiming for.
Do you err on the side of the ingredients that takes long to process? So if I wanted to do something like, say, with pecan and oat to make a milk, like how many minutes would you recommend for something like that?
Generally, again, depending on that. Okay, so if we're going to say pecan and oats, that's not going to add too much more time. Like a pecan will process down in, I believe it was like 5 or 6 minutes. And then with the oat, it shouldn't take too much more time. Usually what will happen is if you start adding something sticky, like let's say like dates to help for natural sweetness, I would recommend putting that towards the end. So that, because what you want to do is allow the machine to process the harder ingredients down first.
Right, and the dried fruit would be the harder ingredient.
Mm-hmm.
So Kathy says, can I make my kale smoothie in the Nutramilk?
Yes, definitely. So we have what's called our butter smoothie attachment. So it was an extra bowl. And the reason we designed this was because basically it's just, we took out that inner filter because a lot of people like to just make their butters. They want to make smoothies. They want to make soups and spreads and dips, etc. And so, when you process that in the bowl with the filter, it starts to go through the filter. So our current special right now for Black Friday, Cyber Monday is $100 off the appliance. So if you buy just the machine itself, it's normally $449, and then with $100 off, it's $349, plus free ground shipping within the continental US. But I mentioned the butter smoothie because this is going to be a much better deal. The bundle was already discounted to $499, and then you get $100 off, so it becomes $399. So this attachment normally sells for $120, and so you're basically getting it for free and more, and you get the free ground shipping in the continental US. And I also want to mention that we are in the Afterpay program. And so what it is, it's like a 4-pay installment program. You just type in your credit card or debit card information, and then it just charges you every, I believe, 2 weeks. So it's like a 4-pay installment, and it makes it a lot more easier for your cash flow, if you will, for an appliance like this. But keep in mind that you're using this as an appliance for so many different purposes. As Chef AJ mentioned, she uses it as a processor. You can make your milk, you can make your butters. And if you're buying that, in the store, it's got a lot of additives and fillers and emulsifiers in a lot of these products. And some of the, better products that are out there that have maybe like less, less ingredients and additives and such, those tend to, cost a lot more, like $8.99 for a quart. So you can make 2 liters in here, and you're safe. In the end, like depending on how much you're using it, even for one person to a family of 4 or 5, you could be, it's essentially paying off in say 3 months to 6 months.
If you're, so Holly says, because you're incorporating the whole nut, not filtering out the pulp, isn't the resulting milk much more calorically dense in the filtered product? But that's the whole point. I don't know if you were here, Carolyn, and Hector Gutierrez from Joy was talking, but people don't understand that when they're buying these, not all of them, because like you say, the whole ones like Elmhurst, Three Trees, a few other companies are like the nut in the water. That's a whole food. But for the most part, when you see almond milk or cashew milk, 30, 40 calories, that's because it's not milk, it's water. It's nut water, guys. It's if you want something to taste good, you need the whole food. Otherwise, you're just drinking water that's flavored with salt and chemicals.
Correct. That's very much so. It's one of the things that drives me a little insane is that when you're reading these nutrition facts, right? They say that, almond milk or whatever is only 35 calories. I'm like, yeah, because that box of, milk probably only had 12 almonds to begin with. Whereas, when you're making it in the machine, and again, you can adjust your ratios depending on, what caloric nutrient density you want. But we typically use about 1 cup to 1 quart of water is our recommended recipe. But again, adjusting those ratios. So if you use 1.5 cups of, let's say, almonds to 2 quarts or 8 cups of water, you're basically getting 23 almonds, which is a handful of nuts, which is, again, your recommended daily nutrition when it comes to, the amount of nuts you're supposed to be having a day. And so yes, your calories does go up, but you can adjust by adding some more water to it if you need to, or again, you don't want to be drinking this by the quart in a day because it will be very caloric.
Right. Well, I don't recommend people take in liquid calories either, but I'm using it for a flavoring, a splash here or in a recipe, So Claudia says, do you need the extra container in order to use it as a food processor?
Again, depending on the type of ingredients you're trying to make, you don't have to, but it's just that again, we with this inner filter, what tends to happen is that let's say you're making soups or you're trying to make a sauce or whatever, it'll start to leak through the filter and get into the outer bowl. Then it's a little bit hard to clean, and then you're kind of like wasting some of your ingredients. So that was why we had basically asked for, we designed this other bowl, what we call our butter smoothie bowl without the filter.
Right. And Cheryl says, excuse me, not Cheryl, but hi, Cheryl. You made a comment. Lauren says, can you make nice cream with frozen bananas in it?
Correct. Yes, you definitely can. We always put in different kinds of frozen fruits. And then if you add the banana, you could definitely make nice cream with it.
If let's just say hypothetically, I was making some kind of a milk, I don't know what flavor, but I was, could I take some out and leave some in there and then add my frozen banana?
You could, but again, depending on the, because the liquid in there will, kind of cause the frozen banana to, if you will, like melt a little. And so it'll be more of a smoothie texture then at that point, rather than.
Well, I meant for like a smoothie though. I could add a banana to some milk that's already in there, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, for a smoothie, not for nice cream. I know nice cream, you need that. So people I'm allergic to soy, so sorry for like ignoring you because like I don't care. I mean, I don't mean that like that, but people keep saying, can it do soy? Can it do soy?
Regarding soy, you can make soy milk in it in terms of like the straining and the filtering. And so that's the other thing about the machine is that it strains for you and filters for you, which is a big thing. The only thing is it does not heat up. It doesn't warm it. So then that's important when you're making soy milk, is that you do have to cook it to become soy milk. But we do have a recipe for it on our site. And I do want to also encourage the group here is that, if you haven't already signed up, we send an email newsletter every single week with, new, and they're always plant-based recipes. So it's like on a weekly basis, you get all different kinds of recipes that, we're coming out that as soon as they go live on our website as well. So soy milk is one thing that you could definitely find. We got asked about yogurt, plant-based yogurts, which you can make as well. You could do coconut milks, even from dehydrated coconut. You can make, and then you can do, I've mentioned the raw veggie broth, which, after what we do is we make the veggie broth and then we put them in ice cube holders and then freeze them and then just use it when you need it.
Nice. So here's a question from, it goes away very quickly, and it's from Tina. How would you use this to make a combination milk of quinoa and cashew?
Quinoa and cashew. So what you would want to do is definitely process the cashews first, and then add in your quinoa, and then mix it for a little bit more before you add in your water to make the milk. And again, before that, if you wanted to add any other ingredients such as dates or something to either make it savory or make it sweeter, you can also do that as well.
Right. You know that I love your product, right? I mean, I wouldn't have anybody on the show because I get people, asking me all the time to, and I either have to love it or have a family member that loves it, which, obviously and I apologize, Linda Millsworth, for not having you on the show with VDog, but I didn't know you wanted to be on the show. And these were for people that donated. But for example, like I don't eat vegan dog food, but I would promote it because my dog does, you know what I'm trying to say. But I really do love this machine. And right when we're done filming or done with this broadcast, I'm going to have lunch and then I'm going to do 4 recipes with it and to release with it to show people how to use it because I really love it. I don't know what to tell you because my food processor is a Cuisinart, which is a very good brand and not bashing Cuisinart, but I'm basically lazy. And that wiper blade thing, when I would talk to Francisco and she said, you can use it as a food processor. I'm like, it's just like I was making my cranberry relish for Thanksgiving. And it was so fast and I didn't have to wipe it. That's how lazy I am. It's like the blade did everything instead of having to go get a spatula and open it. So it's really, really, I love it. And you're blowing my mind with broth because Nancy says, do you need the extra container for broth? I haven't done broth yet. Maybe you could talk about the broth you made for Thanksgiving and how do we know how many vegetables and how full could you have the unit?
The broth you definitely want to use with what we call the milk processing bowl, the one with the filter. That's because when you add in all of your, the one we did was with carrots and celery and bell peppers and onions. So they're raw. You chop them up and then you just fill up the container. Again, this you can go up to about 8 cups in here in terms of the veggies. And then just throw it in there and then turn it on and then it starts to process and then basically it's spinning, it's doing the ingredients, and then what it's going to do is it's going to push essentially the raw veggie juice or what we're calling the broth into your outer container, and then you just open the spigot. Again, we were mentioning using like an ice cube kind of holder, and then just pouring your your broth into the ice cube holder, freeze it, and then whenever you need your veggie broth, then take it out and use it. So I had a lot of recipes where it calls for a cup, 2 cups, or whatever's of vegetable broth, and that's what I used it for.
So in other words, you're using the bowl that you do for the milk and you're not adding any water. You're just putting your vegetables in and then you're pressing the butter button, I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
And how long do you do it for?
So in I believe our recipe was for, it was like 3 minutes until, it really just like becomes just.
Yeah. And then you just push dispense, right?
And you just push dispense and then it comes out.
When you do dispense, you don't have to push start, right? It's just because once that spigot's open, the stuff comes out, right?
So you can just open the spigot, but the reason why we, in our instruction manual, we have you turn on the machine again is because the centrifugal force in it is actually helping to push out the liquid more to your outer. So then it gives it more force to be able to come out. Otherwise, you're starting to go like this and, kind of like push out just to get all the liquid out.
That makes a lot of sense. Thanks for explaining, because I noticed that once I open the spigot, it starts coming down, but now I know I should still push the button. Yeah. So Annette is saying very impressive. Sherry says, I just bought the bundle. Congratulations, Sherry, you'll love it. Patty says, so would you use the original container to make the nut milk, then move to the other container to add the rest of the ingredients to make a smoothie? I'm still a bit confused about the strainer.
Okay, so the strainer is, again, it has I'm going to just show you real quick again this filter. Okay, the filter. And so you can keep, like, if you say make a batch of nut milk, whether it's cashew milk or oat milk or whatever, and then you pour it out, pour some of it out, because again, you're not going to be using an entire quart or 2 quarts of milk, right? You could pour it out and then add in your ingredients to make your smoothies. Now, the only thing is with that is okay, when you're making almond milk or any of the milks that, let's say walnut milk or even pecan milk, it's got some, the nut has skin on it. And so that will get trapped on the inner container and is usually, some people keep it and use it for fiber. Others, will just toss it because there's no pulp left over, right? So, if you want to have the skins in your smoothie, you're more than welcome then to add in your fruits and your frozen banana and whatever other ingredients, your protein powders and supplements, etc. And then just press mix for about a minute to 2 minutes. But again, because of the filter, you will start to get some of that, your smoothie liquid that comes through the filter. And then, you don't dispense your smoothie from the dispenser. Okay. So, long story longer is that if you're just making smoothies on a daily basis, which that's what I do. I was just about to finish off my green smoothie here. The best thing to do is make your milk in the container, store it, or you can even dispense it right there, put it in your butter smoothie bowl, and then put in all your fruits and vegetables and whatever's your spinach and such, and then make your smoothie from there.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Well, I hope you guys that have bought it will enjoy it as much as I did. I'm going to be doing, like I said, 4 videos. So for the next 4 Weight Loss Wednesdays, it will be that. And it is okay if I use recipes that are from your book, right? And give you credit, right? I won't get in trouble for that, will I?
Yeah, please use the recipes from the book, or I know that you made some on your own, so please share those. We would love to see those as well. And again, the sale is through Cyber Monday, which is until tomorrow night. So Monday, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time is when the sale ends. So please make sure. I believe Chef AJ has it in the notes and on the YouTube channel as well. The link for the Nutri-Milk to go on and to buy. You don't need any discount code. This time it's automatic. Once you add it to your cart, it will automatically take off $100 off. And again, if you are in the continental US, it will give you free ground shipping.
Great. But guys, use my link because then she'll know it came from me and that you saw her on the show, and I'd appreciate that. And BJ says how easy it is to clean. It's not any more difficult than cleaning, a Vitamix or a food processor.
Yeah, actually, it's dishwasher safe. And so you can take out all the parts. The bigger bowls just go onto your bottom rack. And then, kind of like, so these, this dispenser comes right off. And then you can actually twist this right off, okay, to clean, whether it's hand washing and such, but these parts you could put on the top rack. So usually what I would do is lid and the bowl on the bottom rack, and then I would put these pieces, your blade, your wiper arms, and your dispensing spigot on your top rack.
Right. And I just want to thank you so much. We didn't even really know each other, and they donated a whole thing to my 200th episode of Weight Loss Wednesday. I know who the winner is, and she's probably going to, I shouldn't have said she because now they know it's okay. The individual that won is probably going to cry because that is like a 500. I mean, that is a grand prize. And maybe you'll be available next week to be there when we award it, because we're going to do a Zoom and you'll be able to see this person, find out that they won. And of course, we're going to save that to the end, just like we saved you for the end. And if for some reason you don't order now, the company's generously offered me a $50 code for future purchases. But guys, this is the time to do it. You get the afterpay. I'm going to tell you, you're going to use it. It's really, really great. So thank you so much, Carolyn. I love your product.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chef AJ, for having us.
Absolutely. And thanks all of you. I know it was a really long show today, but I think we had 11 or 12 wonderful small businesses. Please support your small businesses because all of them are either vegan or ethical vegans or nearly vegan, and they make great products that I truly love. And now I've got to eat some lunch and come back tomorrow because one of the small businesses could not make it today, but he'll be on tomorrow showing how to use his products. It's none other than the sauce boss, Dylan Holmes from Well Your World at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Thanks, everyone. Take